Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Uptown Indian. Downtown Indian. West Bank Indian. Barbary Coast Indian. 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 Indians coming. Indians coming. Nobody running. Make no hoopah. We don't know how. Early in the morning, up early that morning. Five already. I got my machete. Unani, unani. What they say, we on our way. Downtown Indian, uptown Indian, West Bank Indian, back to town Indian. Lord, I'm pretty. My big chick pretty. My whole gang pretty. We're the best in the city. Hey, mama, I kiss my mama. Mommy, I'm ready. Just like my daddy. I kiss my daughter. I hug my son. Grab my gun. Let's have fun. Jockey Mo. Jockey Mo. I jockey my Fina like Hurricane Katrina. India, India, India. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Uptown Indian. Downtown Indian. West Bank Indian. Barbary Coast Indian. 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 Indians coming. Indians coming. We hit the streets by any means necessary. We won't turn around. We ain't never scary. They call the police. St. Joseph night. Police talking crazy. Now the men just wanna fight. Lord, Lord have mercy. Here come the minions with that old time religion. Big Chief Joe P. Judy Montana. Big Chief Charlie. Scream Coochie Molly. I love my culture. We stick together. We tougher than leather. We live forever. Represent your name. Represent your gang. Do your thing. My second line sang. India, India, India. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Uptown Indian. Downtown Indian. West Bank Indian. Barbary Coast Indian. 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 Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians coming. Indians hunter, white cloud hunter, mohawk hunter, red hawk hunter, Seminole hunter, Choctaw hunter, Gertown hunter, Cowtown hunter, monogram hunter, flaming arrow, golden arrow, yellow Pocahontas, yellow Pocahontas, young Cheyenne, golden blade warrior, back of town warrior, seven ward, hard hit hunter, Creole, Creole, Creole Wild West, Creole Wild West, seven ward, Creole hunter, Creole, Osceola, Trouble Nation, Trouble Nation, Trouble Nation, Black Eagles, Golden Eagles, Pretty White Eagle, Pretty White Eagle, Kurima, 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 Wild Magnolia, Wild Magnolia, Wild Capitula, Wild Mohegan, Golden Comanche, Big Chief Black Feather, Big Chief Black Feather, Black Seminole, Way Right is Blue, Yellow Jackets, Naiwa Navajo, Shining Star, Bayaya, Bayaya, Guardians of the Flame. Spy Boy, Broadway and Fig, Spy Boy, Olive and Pine, Spy Boy, Franklin and Villery, Spy Boy, Shotgun Slim, Pretty Outlaw. I'm the one they talk about way uptown.
Peace, peace, peace. Tasha's one of the boy Chief Holiday, Sunday Bill. I'd like to give a shout out to Aboriginal for posting a video about that song. I love that song. First time he played it, I definitely asked him, like, where can I get it from? It's definitely a nice song. The Magnolia Indians or the Mardi Gras Indians, they got a bunch of songs on YouTube. I suggest you guys check it out though. But Chief.
Yeah, peace, brother. How you this evening, man?
I'm good, man. Just going through the motion. I'm gonna step off for a minute. Go and just bell.
All right. Yeah, shit. Hey, peace and paradise to all the American Aborigines, man. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. Man, we're just gonna go ahead and start out with a little roll call off the top. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in here right now, man. Thank y'all for support, coming through and showing some love, man. So shout out to David Cluis. Peace, brother. Noble. Peace. L Boogie. Peace, Queen. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm supposed to use that word no more. They said that Queen is one of the Queen's prostitutes. So I don't know if that's, so, if it's offensive to sisters, I'm just going to stop saying. So peace, goddess, all the goddesses and goddess and guys out there. So peace to everybody, man. Nonetheless, peace, brother. Carly crushing them. Salute. DOT. Salute. Zanab. Peace, family. Let's see what we got here. Alicia, Aborigine American. Peace, Empress. I see. Peace, Fam Bam. Jaguar Olmec. Peace, brother. Jomaine Hughes. Peace and bliss, brother. Let me see what else we got in here. Tracy D. Peace, Empress. All right. America Atanchan. Feathers up. That's what's up. All right. Prosper in the now. Peace, Empress. Aboriginal Leo. Peace, King. Let me see what we got here. Park City Entertainment. Peace. Peace tribesman. All right. What else we got? Light Paul. Salute, brother. Said peace and love lineage. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Know your lineage, man. Know where you come from. What else we got there? Whisper. Shout. Peace, fam. Joe. What it do, brother? Killer of white degeneracy and coons. Salute. Soldier. Killer be going in, y'all. Love the energy, brother. Let's see what we got over here. Okay, so we're gonna Brandon Rogers, salute. Jersey 777. Peace, brother. AKA Turtle Island. What it do, brother? Solomon Mom, peace, Empress. Yeah, I almost said Queen again, yeah. All right, yeah. I think we done got to everybody. Camo Songs. Peace. Dondada 33. What it do? All right. I think we got everybody so far. All right, man. Peace and thanks for everybody coming out, man. We really appreciate it, man. As y'all see, it's the Sunday build with a Autonomous One and Chief Holiday on Autonomous One News channel. So how everybody doing tonight, man? It's been a busy week, man, as usual, man. You know, once again, you know, we don't do nothing but win over here, man. So, you know, we don't do nothing but winning, you know what I'm saying? And also, man, shout out to the brothers, man, that did that song. We're talking about the Mardi Gras Indians and things of that nature, whatever. They were talking about down in the New Orleans area, for those people that know those people, whatever. If you get a chance, you know, do a little research on those Aborigine people from there. And a lot of us come from there, because even a lot of people that are on the West Coast, you ask them, you say, where you from? They be like, oh, I'm from Louisiana, Mississippi, you know what I mean? So there's been a lot of great migrations, and it wasn't just a damn trail of tears, man. So they tell us a lot of stories, man, that keeps us in these, in a loser mind frame, you know what I'm saying? So always think like a winner, man. Nikki Candy, peace, Empress, Lex Vortex, salute, brother. Let me see, yeah. Okay. Quintez, I'm gonna go with it. What was that? Ladariel Quintez. Peace, brother. All right. Kazuki, son of Amma. What it do, bro? Peace, King. Okay, man. I ain't miss nobody, man. Peace to everybody, man. But yeah, you know, I was just thinking about, man, you know, just all the, you know, the activities and things that's going on this week, right? You know, something that's fresh in my mind right now, right, is we call them sorority boys. Shout out to MBK, man, because listen, man, if we didn't have nobody to push back on us, I don't think we would research as hard. You know what I mean? So these guys keep us in the rabbit hole, man. So shout out to y'all, man. You know, I actually think a healthy discourse is needed. You know what I mean? But I think we all have to be kind of honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I thought when people have debates, there has to be like a consensus of some of the things that we're saying. You know what I mean? Like, yo, okay, were there black people or colored people or brown people? Let's go with brown, y'all. I like brown because I think brown is a color that we can't give. And I think it was interesting because, you know, I heard somebody say, oh yeah, shout out to the black and brown people, right? And I was like, well, who the brown people? Who the black people? You know what I mean? Let's get this thing straight. We're brown, you dig? And the people that they're saying that, or they're calling, considering brown or whatever, would be more beige, you know what I mean? And yellow and things of that nature, whatever. So I just think we got to be, or even closer to white, you know what I'm saying? So I think we got to be honest about some of these things, man, and what we're talking about and how we talk about it, man. It's just crazy, man. And your boy, Angel, he just continues to keep making dumbass videos, you know what I'm saying, that contradicts themselves. You know, he'll say one thing in one breath and say something in another breath, whatever, right? But listen, even your lightest skin, according to these dummies, I like to call y'all dummies because I want y'all to learn, man. I don't want y'all to keep being in this dumbass sunken place that y'all in. You know what I mean? So you guys know that even the lightest so-called Mexican or Colombian or Costa Rican or Native American, even the lightest one has brown blood in them. Y'all know this, and y'all know because y'all said it that the brown people were already here for thousands of years prior to the so-called pale Europeans coming here. So it's crazy to me how y'all move, man, how y'all think. And that's why I got to call you dummies, because you think dumb. You say, yeah, people's here, whatever. And you saw they were Africans. But even if we was going off of your logic and let's call everybody Africans, we were already here. And they had to be African or brown. I'm using Africa loosely, y'all. And we're not talking, this is not for us. This is for people we're trying to reach, y'all. Listen, man, if y'all saying it was black, brown, dark people like Cheddar Man and them all over this planet, right? Then they had to be there before the lighter ones. So it's a system of eugenics that is lightening up the people. They lighten up the people in Europe, and they use the wars to continue to keep pushing our brothers and sisters further down into Africa, or what is called Africa now. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's called eugenics, and most of your favorite YouTube personalities are eugenics agents. They don't even know it. Bro, this is crazy to me, man. I've never seen the dumbest shit ever in my life, man. Y'all know there was brown people already here. Check. But y'all give the credit to the land that you're standing on to the invaders' offsprings. See how that worked? It's not that difficult. And we know that they call these people mestizos. And when we look up anybody, because this is basic baby research. When you look this thing up, you have the depictions of the Aborigine people that were here. The Europeans came and created a new race of people they call mestizos, and they set up a caste system and left their languages, culture, certain cultural things or whatever, but they left a racist paradigm in their fucking minds, in your fucking mind. We obviously hate each other. We obviously are more racist against each other. Shout out to Mr. Telefero, right? I know him, but he's a reporter. He's a reporter, and he reports on the news and sports and entertainment and stuff like that or whatever, right? And he said something interesting, right? Now we all were laughing at Safari for crying, coming on Angie Martinez, whatever, right? For being robbed, right? And and he said that he's a fan of T.I., loves T.I., whatever, but he said that T.I. had made a comment. Posted that it's cold outside, but it gets sweat, right? So it's cold outside, get a sweater, right? Basically making fun of him, whatever, blah, 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 whatever. But so it was interesting how we have no empathy when things happen to each other when it comes from us, but we'll act a damn fool if, you know what I'm saying, or we'll feel it's a different conversation. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, this man was crying about, his life being taken or could have been taken and so on, so on, so forth, whatever, right? And it was very traumatic, right? But we treat it as a community as a joke. I just thought that was interesting how we don't value each other's lives, and material things are more valuable than our lives. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's interesting of the paradigm that we have there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother Kerry Davis stopping through. Thank you, brother. Peace to you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. And listen, I know everybody, man. When I first started to research slavery and things like that, right? The first thing that struck me, that off the top, right? Because I can count. I've been counting since I think I was like 3, 4. You know what I mean? Adding, subtracting, stuff like that, right? The first thing I found that we hadn't been in slavery for 400 years. Right? Check. Are we all clear on that one right there? That is the numbers don't add up from even when we're talking about 1619, right? To 1865 is not 400 years, even if we're going on those things, right? But it's interesting that they're still considering us as being slaves from 1619 to 2019. So y'all still have another year or 6 months or so to be a slave. I just think this is weird. And it was even more weird. What is going to change December 31st, 1st, or January the 1st, midnight? You know what I mean? What's going to change? What's going to change between right now, today in 2018 and 2019, what mindset are we going to be moving differently as a people because they say that we're free in 2019, family? I don't get this. What's going to change? Are the laws going to change? Are they going to give us reparations since they had us in bondage for 400 years? That's crazy, man. That is all biblical, and anybody that teaches this is coming from a biblical perspective. And we talk about Jabari, right? And they say Jabari he's the Mayweather, right? No. Maybe in the fantasy world, we talk about religion or some shit like that, because he's a religious guy. He's a Catholic priest. They just mask it as being Kemet, right? But it's the same thing. If you do any research, whatever, whoever says it, wherever it came from first, whatever, but it's the same shit. It's some of the same principles. And y'all understand what I'm saying? So my point being is he has a biblical mindset when it comes to slavery. So they say, oh, no, slavery is the worst. In American slavery, the African slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade is the worst thing that ever happened because it happened for 400 years, right? Check. And all these millions of people. And he said that 12 million people came to America, United States of America to be exact, not just the Americas. He said the United States of America, because he goes with the hundreds of millions of people that came here. Well, listen, Jabari, all the leading slave catchers have debunked that, and they have taken the numbers down to 3 to 4 million total, and 198,000 embarked to come here, right? This is what they're saying. Not necessarily saying it all came from Africa, because that doesn't really matter, because you're black, you're African to them in their mind state, right? Not the fact that they was shipping us to and from the Caribbean islands. Not even to talk about that they outlawed the importation of us 1808 into the 13 colonies. Not all these things. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny to me, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And so nonetheless said, do the math, 1776 to 2018. Yeah, I don't. Well, what I came up with, brother, is 1776, give you that, to 1865. Because that would be the only logical time period that we would be talking about that they say slavery happened, right? Because guess what? The British government did not have slavery in their colonies. They had apprenticeships. They had indentured servitudes. Y'all follow me? And when you go back and look at the history, that bears witness. They didn't have slavery in their colonies, not only in these colonies here, but in their colonies in the Caribbean islands. Check. Okay. So, Ahua, bliss, much respect. Hey, I'm just saying, man. So when I was doing the research on slavery, that was the thing that struck me, because I was like, I thought 400 years too, family. I didn't know we were still under it at the particular time when I was doing the research on this, right? So, okay. So back to this 400 years of fucking slavery, right? How is it if Britain didn't have it and they wasn't going back and forth grabbing people from Africa and bringing them in, right? So we all clear on that. And we do understand that other countries that you're at war with are not going to go grab other people from Africa and bring them to you to help you build your country up to beat them in war. Do you understand that? And all the things that they stole, the wealth, the people, the knowledge, the technology, that's what helped them build up. They stole that from here. They didn't steal it from Africa. That's what helped them industrialize Europe to become ahead of everybody else, to go ahead and win the wars and do the things they was doing off America. That's why they still here. So no, man, miss me with all that, man. So it's just too much, man. So we go from 1776 to 1865. I was like, yo, that's less than 100 years. Where did they get this 400 years from? So it just started making me look more and more into slavery and how fucking fake it is, right? Now, if you go from 1776 to 1808, that would give you a small window of time to have went to Africa and brought people back, right? Well, guess what? The United States of America has never participated in going to Africa and snatching up Africans and then bringing them back. See how that worked? Because remember, 1808, Thomas Jefferson, they outlawed the importation of Black people. Follow me? Because it had too many here. So then they started to implement a thing with American Colonization Society to expatriate as many Aborigines from this land to the Americas. Okay? And some of these people come from the South Carolina area they call Gullah Geechee. Check. So these people would be connected to the West Coast because they came from here originally and set up the countries of the West Coast like Liberia and Sierra Leone. Check. And they had wars. And so you have prisoner wars. And so you take people at prison wars and you put them somewhere else. Check. Come on, man. Y'all got to stop all this madness, man, and what y'all talking about, man. And y'all have to understand that everything that y'all are just teaching or studying it was given to you with an agenda by racist, Zionist, Jewish people, family. And that's what they don't understand. Y'all follow me? So we have to address that. You know what I'm saying? We have to keep these things real. Who published that book? Who's the teacher? What was he taught at? You know what I'm saying? What's his agenda? You'd be like, man, these people were a part of the Eugenics Society. Planned Parenthood is Eugenics Society. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't know that, we were supporting things, March of Dimes, the Planned Parenthood and stuff. We didn't know where they started from, or the NAACP. So we understand that all these organizations and all these doctrines working against us. So why would you still be teaching the same thing that they teach? That's ridiculous. So they said that the Sphinx is older than the pyramids. So, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, man. What does it matter that y'all learning about? You're not getting no land over there. You're not trying to push the Arabs out of there to take back your temples and pyramids and things. You have no claim. It's people that have been pushed further down into Africa, further down in the Central Southern Africa, that have more claim to Kemet than you guys do. What about Kemet over here? Where that's at? I don't understand. Like, we have more here. We have more everything here, man. It's fly here. So y'all should understand that's why we are the greatest on the planet. Sorry, everybody. That's no disrespect. And you should feel that you're the greatest too. You know what I mean? Y'all follow me? You should feel that way. But I feel like this right here, though, you know. It's Michael Jordan would have been greater if he would have started his own league, provided factories and shit for his own shoes. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So it's steps, man. We got to take it to the next level. We got to step our game up. You know what I'm saying? And it's too much crying that I see. I see a lot of whining and crying, and nobody's saying, okay, well, what about getting some power? What about some solutions to change the condition that we're in? So I think that's the problem. When you see a lot of the rhetoric and stuff that's coming out, and you know, and a lot of times, man, you know, we say this all the time, man. You know, a lot of times, brothers and sisters, man, you know, I know we get emotional and we're mad. You know what I mean? We're passionate, but you know, we can't talk reckless, man, over this internet. You know what I'm saying? Over these phones, over these back chats. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things going on, so we definitely got to raise our vibrations. Shout out to Jazzy. We got to raise our vibrations and, you know, to take it to the next level, man. Everything that we're doing. So I know y'all heard about the Great American Powwow out here, October 6th to the 7th. It's going down. The site will be up soon to be able to register, to be able to enter the chance to win a trip to the powwow, man. So it's going down, man, out here in Vegas, man. So I'm definitely, man, I'm interested in that. I can't wait to hit the road this summer, man, to come to y'all town, man, and break bread with the family, man, and hit the peace pipe. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, peace to the family, man, and shit, holla at me, man. We ain't hard to find, man. Get at me, get at the brother, man, and we trying to get it. Shout out to Phoenix Moon, shout out to Dane Calloway, man, shout out to Dark Man X, shout out to the Medicine Man, shout out to Dr. Clyde Winters. Who else we got here, man? Shout out to Tyrone Street. Who else we got here, man? You already know, man. Shout out to African Americans, like African, man. Thank y'all for all of the work that y'all do, man. And we definitely appreciate it, man. Brother Kerry, man. So salute, man. Everybody, man, that's putting in this work, man, to uplift the consciousness of our people, man. And that's what it's really about, man. So we really gonna have some fun out here, man. So I mean, it's definitely a waste, man. So peace to the family. If you have never been out here, you're gonna have some fun. You've been out here, you know you're going to come back. So shit, what's going down? Yeah, bro, you back yet? See his avatar. Yeah, I'm just going in. Yeah, man. So I hold on, man. Say hi to the family. Say feathers up.
Jay.
Say peace.
Jay.
Peace and paradise to the family. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, man. What else going on, man? Can't wait to hear. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a good bill, man. Phoenix always goes in with information. And yeah, man, over here, man, you know, the Aborigine consciousness and way of thinking, man, we honor our sisters and we definitely welcome any input and all the energy, even sometimes when we don't like it as men, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we had to always reprogram ourselves to understand that our sisters and mothers and wives are only telling us things to protect us and warn us and certain things. So we always have to heed to those things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chad Murdoch. So yeah, that's what's up. Huh? Okay. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Say peace down to you. Whisper shout. Okay. What else we got in here? Debate Wednesday. Elephant. That's me, thank you. Yeah, man. Shout out to Aboriginal TV, man. Yeah, man. I mean, here's the thing, man. I feel like this right here. Knowing who you are always, and the truth is always gonna outshine and beat anything that a liar or somebody who's just got it wrong has to say. Just me watching things that they're said, you know, that when nobody, you know, interrupting them and how they put their stuff together, whatever. I don't really think it's not even a debate. That's the first thing, you know. So the brother has that advantage that he could just go in there, whatever, and be able to whoop them because it's not a debate. You can't debate this. You know what I mean? It's too stupid. You know what I mean? Oh no, they wasn't. Africans was coming back and forth on vacation. Really? For hundreds of thousands of years? Africans were doing that. So I just, you know, ask them just simple questions, man. You know, yeah, Killer, is all about the truth, man. We just want the truth. We don't want nothing else. If it's the truth, it's just the truth. We don't want to sugarcoat it, you know. And a lot of times, man, these guys have taken oaths. We got to keep that in the back of our minds. We can't keep discounting that they got to do everything they could do for their handlers. And that's just real. Because think about it. What's the biggest kept secret of everything is who we are in our relationship to this land. That is it. And that's what they're hiding. I don't care what nobody say. What else could they be hiding? Aliens? What else? No, this is the source of their power. So yeah, no oath takers, man. This is the source of their powers. So we act like, and these guys act like the immortal Steve Coakley never existed. He never blessed us with a lot of his work and things of that nature, whatever, for us to give us the breadcrumbs to, you know, to know who these gatekeepers are and what they have done, the treasonous things that they have done, they're doing right now today here in America. They're grandma killers. They're grandma, you know, you killing her once you displacing her out of her home that she's paid for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's been in 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? So they're grandma killers. And the pastors, the black bankers, they're just they're worse than the white man because they're helping the gentrification and all the things that's going on in your community. Real talk. So when we say, how does this information and knowing the truth and knowing who you are and gaining your power help you to in your everyday life? That's just right there. Just knowing who you are in everyday life and wanting more and moving differently in the way they've been having us move all these years. Nigga, I wanted to move to Africa. Imagine, can y'all imagine that? I didn't even want to be American. I wanted to be the best African you could be because I had been so indoctrinated and brainwashed into it. I'm an African. Do you know what's happening? That's my shit. That's still my shit. But I have to understand, you know what I mean? And even you know, when I was listening to it, I was still Aboriginal, but I was thinking that the whole world was Africa because I was reading Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, and I hadn't connected the dots with the indoctrination that these spells that these goddamn words are being used against us. Y'all see how it works? I mean, it's not hard. It's not rocket science, and people are making it rocket science. It's really not. So that's what we at with it, man. Yeah, I mean that's just it. We gotta two-step our game up. Yeah, Angel. Shit. I mean, it ain't really too much more to say. You know, he has this way of thinking is skewed because one minute he'll say, yeah, you know, young Hollywood has African in him, and he's thinking African, right? So now what he's saying is, here's what he's calling us. He's calling us delusionoids because now some of the things in this video that he said is true. People are they don't like their own skin and certain things, whatever. It's delusional. You're delusional. That chocolate ain't nothing better than that chocolate. Trust me on that. You know what I mean? So you chocolate, peace to you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing better than that chocolate. Don't let them fool you. Don't let nobody tell you no dumbass caste systems. None of that shit. It's not even a comparison. And no disrespect. And love me some light skinned people, right? People on the light team, we all the same as us, right? But they love chocolate people too, and they know it. You see what I'm saying? That's just a fact. I don't know what we talking about here. You know what I mean? So, man, yeah, he's definitely a delusionoid. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that he's saying. He's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Did y'all see the brother that was on Sinetta? I might have to play some of this tomorrow on the show. You know what I'm saying? This brother, man, yo, I'm gonna have to play it in the background right now so we can play this, right? So y'all can hear this. Okay, so check this out, right? Shout out to Sinetta, but it was a dude on there. I don't know his name. Shout out to that brother, man, but he was breaking down all the stuff that we talking about. And listen, man, once again, shout out to Sinetta, man. The credit to Sinetta, he asked good questions during this interview. But the fact that he put this thing out, you know what I'm saying? Because I was reading the comments. They was mad in the comments or whatever. Yeah, y'all gonna be mad because this information is getting out, you oath-keeping ass niggas. What about the goddamn truth? What about you saying you here to uplift the conscience of our people? Well, why not let this information come out? Instead of crying and being butthurt in the fucking comment sections and doing everything y'all doing in these chat rooms, why don't you present something to refute what he said? Refute what Dane is saying. Refute what I say. Refute what Darkman say. When y'all gonna do that? When you gonna stop lying and trying to figure out all these dumbass things to hold on to whatever y'all hold on to? This Kunta ass Kinte ass story it's embarrassing, man. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself, man. This is terrible, for real, straight up, man. And I'm trying not to go in and kill him, man. I'm really not, man, because man, we love our people, man. You know what I'm saying? But we don't love you traitors ass niggas, man, because you're supposed to be scholars. Why don't y'all do some scholarly work? Y'all say y'all know about Africa, but y'all never pull up the fucking etymology of it while y'all sitting there talking all this African shit. That's all y'all got to do to shut that down. So what are we talking about? You know that Abu Kara and Mansa Musa and the Aborigine people, but y'all are calling them Asiatics. See how that work? They African Asiatics, so the Asiatic Africans? How does that work? What's an Asiatic? When did they become Asiatics? When are you going to stop lying? How about that? Oh, they're haplogroups 18C. Shut the fuck. You niggas I ask them niggas every time when they say some haplogroups. What's a haplogroup? Well, it's a series of plates and shut the fuck up. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all the smartest dummies ever. Straight up, man. I don't get it, man. And you're not seeking power. You're seeking to be under somebody else. That's it. Y'all looking to get a place at the Smithsonian or something like that. Tantra's one. You back, brother? Yeah, Judge, man. They sick, man. But oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, I can't make this one up right here. Shout out to New Breed. Okay. No, man, this is dumb, man. Listen. Oh shit. Okay. I can't make this up, right? These dummies, they made a video, right? And they took some stuff that we were saying, and they was twisting up stuff and putting in little comedy stuff, and it was funny. You know, that hell to the no. I love it. That's funny. I really was laughing at it. You know, that's funny, y'all. But listen, though, the facts are on the thumbnail, you have Iron Eye Cody, and you kept using him and saying that these were the real Indians. What? You know that Iron Eye Cody, he's not even native. He's Sicilian. So the fact that your minds believe that Europeans are native to this land, when they're not even native to Europe. Can I get an amen? I don't get it. When y'all say Europe, y'all just be, oh yeah, white people. You automatic Australia. Even when you think of Australia, you only think about white people. Because you say Aborigines. Here's another thing, right? People are so dumb, right? Oh yeah, Aborigines are Australians. And I say, well, what did you never look the word up? You never looked that word up? You're just gonna say dumb shit out your mouth without ever looking up African, without ever looking up Aborigine. You're just gonna say dumb shit out your mouth. That's why I don't fuck with y'all, because if you're still dumb, you're not on my level to debate. Because I'm gonna get mad because you don't know words. You're saying dumb shit, and we're gonna have an argument, and you know it's gonna be a problem. So I don't like y'all because you can't come with dumb shit and think is we're gonna keep letting this go. No, we can't do it. You're liars, flat out lying. There's nothing that y'all listen. I mean, I could just destroy everything that y'all said. I want to play the video so people can hear it, hear the dumb shit, but you got to see it, though. It's dumb. Like, why would y'all say that these are the real Indians and we the fake Indians? That Iron Eye Cody is the real Indian. And y'all playing cartoons and stuff because y'all are cartoon characters. You're too funny. You're never going to win this. Never. Never. Y'all look crazy. And then you're going to, as a primary source, they're going to bring up a book. But then when I bring up the Frederick Douglass 1894 speech, the folly of colonization, they ain't like that. We don't even say it. Like, you know, if somebody say something, if they say something, make a point, we're going to address your point. Address our points. I even heard Jabari say that Kemet is older than over here. You're mistaken, Jabari. And that's why Aboriginal TV will whoop your ass, because you're on old time. You're still on Catholic shit. We're not on none of that, man. We gave all that back, man. We gave that Kemet shit back, bro. So yeah. So he's not going to debate him though. So I don't even know why we talking about it. That's the first thing. Them guys just be talking like that. They don't want no smoke. Who's the descendant of the Navajo tribe? Yeah, shout out to Darkman too. I mean, oh my God. In the same video, right? They played a video. If you guys haven't seen it, it's crazy. But Dr. Rick Kittles did an interview with the Amara Squad. Shout out to Amara Squad. And he was saying some stuff that basically, like, we were being disrespectful to the Native Americans for trying to steal their culture. You know what I'm saying? What video on Soneto or you talking about, Chief? Hold on. Yeah, it's new. It just came out. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't be listening to that one. Are some of these tribes just completely made up after, after the invasion, were they actually made up by the people that invaded here? They actually made the people up. I mean, talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at that like that and say, we are the same as the trees and the chop. Yeah, that's right. And they know that, and they know they can test that. Instead of testing the DNA, why don't they test our DNA and see our compatibility with the trees and everything in the dirt here. You know what I'm saying? The soil here, where we came from, the Tanchan ones. I think that's what we got to start telling these fools. Because they be talking about, are you guys native? No, we are Tanchanus. You know what I'm saying? Because they're confused. They think Aborigines are Australians. You know what I mean? So I think we gotta definitely get the minds right when it comes to this information. Hey, Camo, that's a great idea. For real. I'm actually on it, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a great idea, though. You know what I'm saying? Flip it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for something to us, But yeah, don't, because I remember, they'll do everything in their power to alienate us from our power, right? Now, people talk about the skull and the bones, right? Well, I've heard, now this is, I don't know if anybody could back me up on this, but I've heard that the skull and the bones that in Harvard or whatever, was that Harvard or whatever, Harvard, whatever, which one, but they have Geronimo's skull there. Is anybody can verify that? You know what I mean? And that the skull and the crossbone is just a representation of honoring the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? As you know what I mean, that passed. So it wasn't a negative thing. They took it and made it negative. Oh, skull and crossbone is poison, rat poison. So you see where I'm going with this? Oh, y'all see skull and crossbone. Oh, they negative over there. Those are the pirates. But they was the goddamn pirates. Red dogs to be exact. You know what I'm saying? So, well, but here's the thing too. I would just ask these fools, what the Barbary Coast War lasted until 1899. So they were still enslaving Europeans to 1899. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act like anytime that we say Europeans that you got to think white people, because that's what they want you to think. You see how that works? That's just not true. They just came into and took over here recently in the last few hundred years. This is not thousands of years. So yeah, hold on, I'm gonna find that video for y'all. Sonetta. Real quick. Yeah, I know I'm just gonna play it. We can just hear it in the background. Hold on, where's brother at? Oh wow, sorry, you didn't take it down, did you? I just watched it. Hold on, I gotta be a black dude is what I'm too, man. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay, so listen, it's called the black-white dynamic, right? Or 75% Puerto Rican white. Puerto Rican's white. That's what he says, right? So I'm just gonna play a little bit of this while we're in the background. Shout out to Dark Man. Fair use. Fair use. Hold on, y'all. I'm ignorant. Don't mind me. Oh, that's on mute. We do it for you. Hey. Turn my mic up. Yeah.
All right, my name is London. From England. I guess we're going to speak about natives as far as Native Americans, or what they mean by terminology of Indians, because we're not actually Indians. The actual Indian terminology actually came from when Christopher Columbus was actually going from Spain to the two Americas, but for somehow he ended up in the West Indies, and I guess he thought that we were the Indians.
All right, so I'm gonna pause it right there. Now, I like the brother, man. Shout out to London. But I'm just gonna say this right here. Cristobal Colon or Christopher Columbus is just fake. Follow me? Follow me? It's just a story like Santa Claus. So I'm gonna keep going.
It was actually supposed to be going to. So the terminology actually came from Columbus, being traveling to somewhere else and ended up in the Europe, in the North Americas instead. So natives, we are the natives of this land, but not Indians. In fact, the natives of this land is really what we call the Negroes. But they don't classify as Negroes as being natives because they put another stigmatization on us as being African Americans, where a lot of us are not even Africans. But that's only formulated only after I would say during the early 50s, when a lot of Black people came from Africa to here, or through the transatlantic of the early days of Black families coming to America. So some came from Africa, some came from other countries, but the stigmatization of the 1600s slavery ended up becoming the main name to Black folks, as now that every Black folks' ideology is that we're all Africans. Well, in reality, that's not necessarily true, because if that was true, then let's take what we call the Australians, which they call the Aborigines. Why don't they call them African Australians? Because obviously they know they're not Africans. So it's the same thing with America. We're not actually Africans neither. We are natives of the Mexican known as America now.
So you said we are not Africans either. Now, are you referring to like me, you, us here?
Well, yeah, technically, yeah, because the reason is most Africans, if you look around you in modern day today, there's even certain traits that you could still see in real Africans today. Like, for example, they still speak their language. Some of them still speak French. They also, when you notice them with their children, they always really stick with that religious Muslim dressing ideas.
Okay. Now, you gave the excuse because you said because when you look at them today, they still speak their language. But why we don't speak our language? And why do the Africans speak French?
Okay, the reason why the Africans, going from the Africans' perspective, the reason why the Africans speak French is because during the times of the colonizing the countries, in the early, I would say the early 1500s, that's when the British and the French went over to Africa and they colonized the place and ended up putting the language there by colonizing them to understand the language that they spoke when they got there. Now, the reason why the natives never, as a Native Americans in this side of town don't speak our language is because they literally took away our language to conform their language here. So that way, here can become a major of their territory on their side of their colonizing the place. Because when they went to Africa, they couldn't really colonize the country like how they colonized America. So they was able to really more enforce their language in a brutal way. They came with guns and they killed a lot of the natives that were really here. And one of the things when you look back in the Haitian history, why in the early history, when they couldn't fight the Haitians, that's why they were one of the strongest people in the 18 or 1700s of war against the Haitians. They were very scared of the Haitians and so on, but for some reason they still was able to overpower the country and end up still pushing their language in there and controlling the country to where it is today. But that was, that's one of the reasons today why a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans don't get along. They don't actually realize that they're actually brothers and sisters. And the Dominicans really know that the Puerto Ricans, so-called, would say they sold out during the slavery time when they colonized the place. And that's the reason why the Puerto Ricans don't like the Dominicans. So that's the real war between Dominicans and Puerto Ricans as to why they have conflict. They're fighting modern day today and don't know what they're fighting over. But if they did their history, they will understand that they're brothers and sisters and realize that because they reneged on what they were supposed to do back then, now there's a resentment, and that resentment still stands today. So, yeah, so this is what.
So, who benefits from the people, let's just call it Espanol, the whole island of Espanol? Who benefits from the Haitians and the Dominicans being divided? You know what I'm saying? And trust me, I'm sure, I'm absolutely sure that they're even divided within Haiti, within Dominica. You know what I'm saying? They're or Dominican Republic. They're even divided even further, and that is still based off of the differences that the Europeans brought into there. Y'all see where I'm going with this? So they'll be like, oh, okay, well, you know, we'll use this tribe to fight against this tribe. They'll wipe each other out, and we'll own the land, the power, the resources, because they're speaking our languages. You know what I'm saying? They have our banks there. You know what I mean? Everything, man. It's just weird, man, how we move as a people. And I just think we gotta definitely change our mindsets to change the trajectory of what's going on. So yeah, so I just think about that from that perspective. What we got to do, you know what I'm saying? So get back into this thing real fast, man. It gets interesting. Peace, brother. You back?
Now go ahead, play, yo. Go ahead.
Okay.
So that's where it happens. So there's a lot of mixed information in history about Black Americans, about Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, who they are, but there's still that stigmatization of racism between us, because when the Dominicans were taken over by the so-called Caucasians, they intermingled in a way where they wasn't able to 100% dominate the Black people in that country. So now they have like a half and half type of mentality, whether they want to be Black or whether they want to be white. So this is why they have that kind of like tan look to them. But the Puerto Ricans are a total different story. The Puerto Ricans, majority of the real Puerto Ricans, they're really Caucasians, and they now use the terminology Puerto Ricans as to think that they are another race, but they're not. A lot of their ancestors are.
Hi, my name is Kong, and I have helped many ordinary people turn their hobbies into a career on YouTube.
Hold on. Here we go.
But they're not. A lot of their ancestors are actually Caucasians. If you go into the deep of their DNA, you'll realize they're actually Caucasian. That's why they're literally white to the point of being a white person. So when you really do see a real Puerto Rican, like my aunt would say, when you go to Puerto Rico itself, the real dark-skinned Puerto Ricans like me, you will see them more living in the mountains or the kind of countryside. The city is flooded with the so-called Puerto Ricans that you see today, white-looking. Because why? They're the derivative of the Caucasians. And that's who they really are. But they deny being Caucasians because they look at the history of the straight Caucasians and they don't realize that they are the offspring of those same Caucasians. And that's why the Puerto Ricans react the way they do, because they consider some of the nastiest type of people. They're very bad. But if you mingle with Puerto Ricans, their own people will tell you that, oh, they're grimy, they're this and that, because they have the traits of the white people in them, and that's what happens. But they don't realize it. Because my aunt, like I said, she's been to Puerto Rico, and she told me that most of the dark-skinned ones, like our family, you know, we're like in the suburban area or the countryside or in the mountains, and they actually disassociate themselves with them. So she's been there. So this ain't no like hearsay, or to say this is like second information. This is first-hand information that someone who's been there in my family can verify this situation that's been going on over there. So that's the thing.
So make the connection with the Dominicans, the Trinidadians, and the Puerto Ricans. They don't like themselves. All of them is fighting each other because, see, the Trinidadians, they darker, like me and you. And when you grow up, you always hear Puerto Ricans say, don't get that, and Dominicans, don't bring back no black man because I don't want that nappy hair. You see, which is on our side of the family, we were saying the opposite. Like, make sure you go and get one of them girls so you can have good hair. You know, it's crazy. Talk about that. Black grandma gets struck on the
Right. That's okay. Well, that's based upon fashion society today, that they believe that the white race is the purer race. And in the event of the white race having a child by a black person, they get that black straight hair. So they assume now that black straight hair is better than the Negro hair because it's a brainwash thing. But again, going back to that country, you said Trinidad. Right. Now, if you've ever been to Trinidad like myself, a lot of them have Indians in them. Now, the reason why, because Trinidad is a derivative of actual India itself, which is Far East. So most of the Trinis are actually mixed with real Indians from the Far East, but you do find Negroes with Negro hair in that same country. But most of their families, they would tell you that my family is Indian. I've been to Trinidad, and I can tell you that a lot of their family history is actually from the Far East, India. And the same thing when you go to Brazil, if you go to Guyanese, they're another derivative of the East Indians. So you'll find a lot of their families is also East Indian. But you do find a lot of Negroes there because, again, that's a native of the South Americans. But you'll find the majority, in fact, if not the majority of Guyanese is Indian. So again, it's overpopulated by the Indians. But again, because of the so-called white race, who breeded off a lot of the so-called Indians, who now look whitish, but also still have Indian background in them, but their ancestors is really from the India. But you do find blacks in Guyanese that are still the original Guyanese people. So it is still a South American black country, but from South America, Brazil, going all the way down to Argentina, it's a total mixed race completely, different from North America.
While we're on talking about the Indians, talk about the Hindu bastards, the ones that even in their countries, they go by a caste system where I think the Brahma class is to be a Brahma.
That's Baba TV.
In India, you have to almost be white, and they call the untouchables are the deep, dark, original people there, and talk about the way their system and the people over there, those Hindus.
Well, you're right, because they do have a real major caste system in India, and so-called light-skinned ones, because what it is, it actually comes down from the government, because India itself is one of the richest countries. In fact, in technology today, you won't believe it, that your internet system in America, your whole communication system in the United States is actually from India, is actually ran from India. If you actually get on the phone right now and you call the head of any internet company or from Taiwan or your banking system online, you ask them what country they were in. They're more like to say India, or they might say Indonesia or somewhere like that. But they do have a major caste system amongst them, and based upon their so-called religion, that the dark-skinned ones are kind of like kicked to the side, and this is just a powerful shout out.
Oh shit, yeah. I gotta go back. But what I wanted to say though is that he said that the caste system is based on religion. So even the people that's on the bottom, the untouchables, believe it based on religion, and I'm sure based on other social things, all the things that got them there. But Baba, shout out to Baba TV. He said that they were the original people there in India, right? So that means that the ones that y'all see at the corner store or whatever are mixed. Who are they mixed with? Right? So they would be mulattoes, you dig? So if they came to America and got with an Aborigine, they would make another mulatto, or even if they got with another mulatto. Y'all see how this works? But the original people everywhere on this planet are brown, from the boogie down, with afros and dreads and braids. May have some straight hair, some other things, whatever, you know, every texture of hair, phenotypes and everything all comes from us, you know what I'm saying? So I think that you guys, a lot of times though, majority of these conversations are just happen based off of lack of knowledge. So even the racist people are being racist or based off lack of knowledge, but they're being like that based off of religious things. About that though, you know, about the religious part of it.
Yeah. Chief.
Yeah, no, we were talking about the people in India are in that or in the state of caste system and things, and they are oppressing the Aborigine people of India. You know what I'm saying? The same way they're oppressing Aborigine people here, but they're doing it, basing it off of religious things. I just wanted to get your take on that.
Oh, you talking about India? Yeah, I see that. I even see that now. Like how, even if you look at a lot of the Indians that's over here now, like the second generations, they don't look like the same Indians from India. And I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of you would thought that it was only about like maybe 2 or 3 religions in India, but I think India got over 10 different religions. I believe it's more than that they all practice. And if you see the original Darwinians are blue black. I remember when I was working as a personal trainer, I was training this Indian girl, and I asked her was she a Darwinian because she was real dark, bro. She was very dark, like dark purplish, and then she started laughing. She was like, "Yeah, I'm a Darwinian," but she said it the other way. I guess the way we say it, we use this, the vowels and everything. But she told me, she was like, "Yeah, most of the people, the Darwinians, they live distance from the white Indians." But yeah, we know, man, that's what they do. This whole system, white supremacy, then implemented the whole system around the fucking world. And the people who they invest in, they make sure that they implement the same system, right? Now, case in point, right? Yesterday, I got class on Saturday morning, right? So we doing little presentations, and the presentations is based around a class, which is an economics class, right? So one of the groups went yesterday, and they presented the prison industrial complex, right? So, you know, they up there, they was giving the numbers, and there was one brother up there with them that was doing the presentation or whatever, right? And they was giving the numbers and everything, and they was showing how since drugs came and how the prison industrial complex went up. And then they was showing so to make a long story short, at the end of the presentation, the other girl said that they rigging it. They rigged this just to lock certain people up, because one of the other girls asked, right? She was like, "Well, if they paying that much tax, because I think it was like almost $11 billion that goes into the private prison." And one of the young girls, they was in there like, "Well, they could take that money and build a small country." I said, I was telling her, I said, well, if they spending 11 billion, they making almost $100 billion. You got to understand that they're going to spend that much, they're making more. And what happens is, like, I was like, they was sitting up there confused, like, and I was telling them, like, look. So I asked one of them, I said, what ethnicity do they lock up the most? So one of the Spanish girls was like, black people. She was like black. She's like, I seen it. She's like, when I did the research, I seen it or whatever. So they didn't want to put out there that they locked us up the most. But I just found that to be very interesting. But I definitely went in on a rant, because I was telling them, like, yo, you can't see that this is consistent with they doing this shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They locking us up on purpose. All right. So I mean, I know I probably went around a little, probably went a little off track or whatever. But yeah, I just definitely found that to be interesting in class yesterday. And I was trying to explain to them that the CIA was bringing drugs in, you know, the Iran-Contra. You got a whole thing surrounding that. So you can find information on that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And how, you know, how certain states are allowing, the states that are allowing the legal marijuana, they don't lock that many people up. So the fact that they legalize marijuana is not going to affect you know what I'm saying, their economics as far as their rest systems and all of the other things that come into play with that. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, Chief. That was a very interesting video too. I'm glad that brother told Sonetta that we not African, and that was already black people here. I think that was probably one of the best brothers they had on there, or whatever. Who was that, by the way?
His name was Brother London. He said he was from London. But you know, a lot of those brothers come from the islands or come from over here. So, and I'm good. I'm glad that he's recognized himself as being an African. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I you know, the Christopher Columbus thing is fake, and they created this story. Oh yeah, he thought he was going to India and all this, but he had a navigator, right? So that obviously, and if people are already circumnavigating and traveling this planet long before these people ever thought about, that makes no sense that he didn't know where he was going. You know what I mean? And then come back the second time or whatever. You know what I mean? The third time, that's just dumb.
Yeah, they don't want you to. They just don't want you to know that he came to discover Jerusalem. The shit is all written everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Then when you read Harvest Butler books, his book only confirmed things more. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, he even say he was coming to discover New Jerusalem or found Jerusalem. That's what Columbus said. And plus, he had people who came here. He had Moriscos on that boat. You know what I'm saying? Converted Islamic Moors or whatever. That was his navigators. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely with that. But as far as like, you know, the Puerto Rican Dominican thing, that right there is weird to me, because if you look, Puerto Rico is right next to DR. It's an island right next over, and you know, they got this weird type of you know, relationship between the two islands to where they talk about each other, whatever though. But yeah, I believe the majority of the Puerto Ricans that I see now are white. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Let them on the islands figure that shit out, because we gotta figure our own shit out here. So the people on the islands, they gotta fix that shit. We gotta fix our shit here. We can't fix our shit here and fix the shit on the islands. So the people on the islands gotta straighten that shit out, because we already got our hands full with all these fucking coons and Uncle Tom niggas who we gotta go through just to even get heard or even get an opportunity to voice our opinion. You know what I'm saying? Look who we got to go through. We got to go through all these gatekeepers, all these boulets, all these Masons, and all these jokers who basically all they is about is money, bro. If your brother is only about money, then he's going to sell you out. And this is what you see. This is the common name you hear is a fucking sellout, and we've been experiencing sellouts all our life. Every time when these shootings go on, they put a fucking black cop up there or a black sergeant, and they're like, oh well, he had a black captain, so they couldn't have been racist. They had a black captain, so they couldn't have been racist, and don't know he's one of them black guys saying, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job. No matter if he's locking his own people up, no matter, he'll lock his mother up and say, I'm just doing my job. So, I mean, like I said, man, I mean, we can go on for days about that, though, but that was a good bill right there. Hopefully, Sonetta was edified off of that.
Well, I don't think it was new. I think it was an old video, and I'm sure he has a lot of other ones of people, you know, dropping the signs. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just a matter of him putting the information out, right? And then you got to think about this too. It's a narrative that has, you know, people. If it's about the narrative, right? I mean, I'm just saying that from this perspective, man, who benefits from not only us being separated here, right, and from religion and all other things that separate us, right? It's the same thing in the islands, and you're right. If we do get it right here, everybody else will follow suit. But the islands that's our responsibility too. You know what I'm saying? So we have to stop thinking like those are different countries. You know what I'm saying? Those are just islands of the Americas, and those are brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, we have to think differently. And if we all just, I shout out to Dr. John Henry Clark. He said if we all just unified, that would that would do it right there. And so obviously we're not going to unify over language. We're not going to unify over religion. We're not going to unify over all these things that separate us. So that's why we have to put those things aside. And what we do have in common is that our great grandmamas and grandfathers and ancestors are from this land. So if you're mixed, they're just bleaching you out, bleaching out the Aborigines of this land. See how that work? That's what they're doing all over the planet. It's called eugenics. Shit. So the same thing they're doing in India with the Indians there, who were called Indians first in the 1500s. It's the same thing they're doing here. When they created them there, they said, well, shit, it worked out. Let's do it over here too. Oh my God. I mean, it's just, come on, y'all. It's not. This is not rocket science, man, at all. But people take it like it's super complicated. No, these people created a paradigm that put them in power. And this is when they went into power. And this is what's keeping them in this illusional power. Because we want to be degenerate. So we say, oh, we're going to try hard our best to be the best degenerate. And we think that's winning. That's not winning. I can't even think of an example of somebody winning being a degenerate. I'll wait. That's a great example of a degenerate that had a successful life. I'll wait.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no example of that. But I mean, I don't know, man. Let me ask you a question. What you think about the two brothers that got escorted out the Starbucks in Philadelphia?
Well, I don't know about that situation, but why are you in Starbucks anyway?
I mean, they was actually waiting for a real estate. I guess they was having a meeting there, but nonetheless, though, however it went, you know, the usual racism. Oh, these brothers are sitting there too long, or they asked to go to the bathroom and they wasn't buying nothing. But you know, like I said, man, we don't have no nation to support us. If that was somebody from China, the Chinese embassy would have been called to Americas, and that shit would have stopped. The racism. I mean, the racists are the people who speak up for us, and then they think, oh, because they put a black person there or whatever. Oh, he's the same. That's why I say, man, we're not on code. We got to fix our shit here first. I can't worry about what's going on in the island. Listen, I care about what's going on in the islands, they're my people and everything, but we heavily divided with our own people here. What about nigga like what's the nigga name? What was the snitch that has to do with Fred Hampton getting killed? And they gave that nigga $300 after he killed Fred Hampton. They gave him $300 and played them like an old accordion. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta fix our own people here, not less. You got a bunch of black immigrants here who came here to benefit from the system. Who they look black as hell. They look black as hell. And you will even disrespect some of your own black Americans just because some of these brothers are darker than them. You would say, oh, he's more blacker than somebody who ancestors went through slavery here with your ancestors. But what I'm saying is, you got these people that come here and they take political power, and then you will look at them and say, well, damn, they black. But then when they start having these different opinions, you can't understand, because you don't understand that no one that came from no other country, with the exception of some of our brothers from the islands or whatever, that do come here and do experience racism and do strive to learn some type of consciousness. And I know a lot of brothers like that. I know brothers from Haiti, Jamaica. I know brothers who really come here, and when they see what the fuck going on here, they can either ignore it, or they can either go ahead and become conscious and say, well, damn, you know what? Fuck that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Man, look, I know a lot of good brothers from the islands. That's not my point. My point is, as far as the people there, they need to get on code and fix shit what's going on there. We got to fix shit what's going on here with ourselves. We got so many people who are more than just agents. We got jokers who come out, make videos, tell you who you are, tell you that your grandmother, what your grandmother told you. And I felt like that was a very disrespectful video on the behalf of the brother Angel. That's why I came out and said something, man, because I get tired of a lot of these blacks, these other blacks that come here. They think because they black, they can speak up for Black American. A lot of people who speak up about Black Americans really don't like Black Americans. And the only reason they speaking up because they feel like I can say this because I'm black, but you are not identically a so-called American. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not going to say American or whatever though, but a lot of people be taking their little cheap shots at us or whatever, and we don't even be catching it because it comes from another person who we claim that's black. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. Even touching on Dominicans, man. I know a lot of Dominicans, and I ain't gonna lie, Dominicans are, well, most of them are cool people. Most of them is cool people, but would they come here and climb over you? With Cardi, you think Cardi B, you think she gonna give up her position? She gonna outdo a little Kim. These motherfuckers will come here and outdo you. The nastiest bitch, little Kim, Cardi B will outdo her just to get that position. Just so these niggas can pay her to put on top or have, you know what I mean, women rappers is? You know what I mean, women rappers is? Why is they promoting her? Oh, because she used to be a stripper. Oh, and like, you know what I'm saying? These Jews, these niggas, you know, these ghetto gaga motherfuckers, you used to be a stripper? Oh, that's cool with us. That's what we looking for. Oh, you talk about how good your punani or your genitals is. You talk about how good that is. How many niggas you got sweating you? Oh, that's cool. That's what we looking for. You understand what I'm saying? They're not gonna pick nobody who got no conscience. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of motherfuckers come here and they will outdo you on your own shit just to get your position. Oh, you don't want that position? I'll take it. And this is what's going on now. And they will sell you out. And then we'll be sitting there looking at them like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you supposed to be on code. They signed paperwork to come here. So you have to be, anybody who signed paperwork to come here, you gotta be conscious and careful of. And you gotta be careful of your own people here. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, I'll yield the mic, Chief.
Yeah, man, not me, man. I'm a free lover and free living person. You know what I'm saying? Bust that thing open, man. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Live and live life as long as you ain't hurt nobody, man. And also, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Trinidad, Barbados, Mexico, Belize, any Antigua, any the Virgin Islands. That's all America. Those are all our people, right? Cardi B is black or brown from the boogie down. She's brown. She's culturally brown. Now she might speak Spanish, like so somebody was super dark skinned and spoke Spanish and only dealt with white people, right? He's culturally, he thinks white. So that's the only difference, because we have full-blooded black people that are lighter than Cardi B that don't speak no Spanish, don't know nothing about Spain, right? Only have black people or brown people in their families, and they're culturally and whatever brown, right? Or a part of the culture, a part of the community. So we've seen these people from Malcolm X to Yvette Carnell, right? We see these people. So we have these people in our families. So if they spoke Spanish and came from an island, we would be, oh no, they're different. See what I'm saying? So I just think we gotta, I want all mine. Shout out to King, man, 334 Mob. He said before, man, he said he want all his, and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I want all mine. All ours, man. You know what I'm saying? We welcome everybody, man. And I hate the fact that they're trying to play Cardi B and Nicki Minaj against each other. You know what I'm saying? Two sisters that could be building and helping other sisters build. So that's why I say that all rappers should band together, come together, and start building their own infrastructures and distribution networks, as opposed to worried about, you know what I mean? Because there's not that many sisters doing anything in the business anyway. So why would y'all be trying to tear each other down? Stop all that dumbass stuff, man. That makes no sense. Now have competition when you rhyming against each other and with it, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But it's a friendly competition. We're here to get the bag together, man. So I say that we have to think more. We don't want to say Pan-Americanism, more Americanism. You know what I'm saying, and look at the whole continent, the North, Central, and South America as our playground, our business, where we can build at, you know, our businesses and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's what we need to be doing as a community across the board. And think about it from this perspective, right? If our money weighs more than a cologne or a peso or whatever, right? Then we need to figure out how we can start building, because I damn near live in little Mexico right now. And no disrespect to that, because I understand now, you know what I'm saying? But culturally, everything is catering to a Spanish culture, the language, certain things, whatever. So soon, you know, you might see only signs. I know this for a fact. I went to a McDonald's in Texas somewhere, and it was only Spanish on the thing. I was like, yo, I didn't, you know, uno. You know what I mean? Like, it was all in Spanish, and they didn't even speak English. So what are we gonna do? So Spain is another invader's language also, brothers and sisters. So yeah, we need to definitely start looking into Algonquin and Chickasaw, whatever, any other Cherokee, any languages that we can figure out, you know what I'm saying, the native tongue of this land, man, and decipher some things. And man, you never know what we'll find once we get into the languages. What do you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with no Mexican. 6ix9ine is not my people. I mean, that's your shit. I'm not with that shit. I do not.
Shout out to 6ix9ine, man. Oh shit, though, man. Speaking of 6ix9ine, now listen, man, I really like the new song, right? I seen the video like right before we went live, right? Yo, they put his face on a girl's body that was in the bikini during the video, right? And it's real quick. If you miss it, I'm like, yo, man. So I don't know, man. Like, you know, I fucks with, I don't know the dude, you know, personally, whatever. But like I told you, I want all mine. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at it like he's a culture vulture and blah 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 blah. I don't look at none of that. You know what I'm saying? And he's helping a lot of other brown families as we speak right now. Y'all follow me? Y'all see where I'm going with this? Okay, we good. All right. So my point is though, yeah, man, they put his head superimposed it on a girl's body, man, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what to think about that, man. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine, you know, I don't know about that, bro. I know you forward thinking, bro, but that's weird. Yeah, but wait, bro.
Where I'm from, that nigga 6ix9ine would be straight fucking fooled. If it was a nigga with rainbow dreadlocks, he would be straight fooled. This shit is a fucking act. It's no way. I'm not a blood. I'm not in no gang. But I know these niggas. I done been locked up with them. And I know how they get down. They're not going to let no little nigga like him claim all the heat. Listen, first of all, let me tell you something. For a nigga like 6ix9ine to be running around with all this thing, he got to have like 10 bodies. It's no way that you popping all this shit and you ain't, because that's the first, you a stunt dummy before you a captain. So you're not gonna get called. First of all, he 20-something years old. He only been in the, come on, man. This shit they doing this shit just to give him promotion. That's why I don't like this shit. And I don't like the fact that video he got in Brooklyn with all them older women wearing red. Why the fuck would they do, niggas? See, this is what I don't like about niggas. Niggas do anything for fucking money. He got a video in Brooklyn where he's the only motherfucking Mexican. Ain't nothing but a bunch of black motherfucker, older black women. They cool and looking stupid as hell to shoot a fucking blood video. You understand? So I don't subscribe to that. I do not promote that shit. He running around here. Go fight some Mexicans. The fuck is you trying to get black people to fight? That's why I don't like it. And like I said, I'm not saying I want all mines too, but we gotta give some of the motherfuckers back. the motherfuckers who look like the Spaniards or some of the motherfuckers who claiming to be that. I'm not all of them, because we got plenty of brothers who are down for us. We got plenty of like even when I was coming up, one of the brothers, what's the Puerto Rican brother from The Last Poet? His name is Tito. Damn, I can't think of his name or whatever. But yeah, the brother be talking on WBLI or whatever. But yeah, he's a man. I'm not saying nothing about anybody who identify with the culture. If you do happen to be a lighter skin Hispanic or Latino, and you identify with the culture, you are my motherfucking brother. I have no problem with that. But if you're bringing anarchy and chaos and more fuckery to the culture that we're trying to get away from, that gotta cut you the fuck off. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what this nigga 6ix9ine. I wouldn't hang with nobody with no rainbow hair. None of the niggas I know hang around niggas with no rainbow hair. They cut the fucking red dreads out of most of these fucking niggas' head. I mean, niggas who got dreads. So I don't know no niggas who gonna be hanging around them niggas with no rainbow. I don't know nobody. I know niggas who will get disciplined for even having rainbow hair. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you know, me and you, we go back and forth on certain things, but I just don't rock with that. I do not like how they prop a lot of these stars up or whatever. I mean, look, Cardi B been out for a couple years. Now she on top. 6ix9ine, now he's on top. Bruno Mars, now he's on top. Now we know these people are the people who make you famous. So they can make anybody. They can go find a turtle and put a fitted hat on him and a chain around his neck and have him lip syncing, and they can make him a fucking star. They can make a puppet. We can go get a puppet, a puppet sock toy, and they can make anybody a star that they want. So I mean, like it's all about what are you talking about? What are you promoting? I don't give a fuck how much money you giving to other motherfuckers. What are you doing to really help people? What are you doing? Are you still talking this fuckery? Oh, how many niggas you shoot? And you know you're not even built like that. So I mean, like I said, man, I don't think he coming.
So here's another thing though. Here's another thing that we gotta talk about. He gives back in his new little video they just put out today. He's going and passing out money and stuff to the people, right? I don't agree with that. I think it's kind of lame, you know, to do that. But that's a whole nother. That's just personal. But you know, they say that he not only just did it in this video, he gives back to the kids financially. You know, he's saying he's really giving back to the community and to people. So maybe it isn't that. Maybe it's just me, right? You know what I'm saying? But
who he giving? Because he was going to bail.
What about to give back?
Santana out? Because that, I mean, like giving back to the community will be open and positive. You can't be a fuck boy and do nothing positive in return. You just giving away money. Okay, what is the destination of the money, and what is the plans for the money? That's what we want to know. A lot of people give away money, but a lot of these niggas do shit just for PR, public relations stunts, just so we can say stuff like this about them. So I mean, like I said, I don't have no problem with anybody that come out, that, you know what I'm saying, that try to do stuff. I mainly give people a chance. But for you to say you the fucking king of New York when you barely should be even in this fucking culture is a problem. You barely should be in this culture, but now I'm here, so I'm gonna be cocky and say I'm king of New York. Are you serious? And none of them niggas checked them because you're worried about one OG or whatever. And that's why I say a lot of these niggas is not saying. You have a few jokers who coming out saying stuff about it because they know it's a PR stunt, bro. Ain't no bloods gonna be running with this nigga, and they gonna be giving him fucking status. They only giving him status because he paid somebody off, and the person he paid off is giving him the green light. That's that. I can't fuck with that. And I know that for sure because look, bro, and put it like this. Most of the bloods and most of the gangs, like in New York, they don't let a lot of them Latinos get a lot of status and staying and shit like that. They don't let them get status. Like ain't no nigga like 6ix9ine gonna come to Newark and be a no fire. Bro, he will be he will be out there getting stunted. He'll be getting stunted until he's fucking 40 years old. He will never get no stunt. He get stunted and stunted and stunted and stunted and stunted, and that'll be it. And that's just like these little stunt dummies out here who you see do dumb shit and go to jail for 30, 40 years and never get their shit together. How is he getting it off? Because they're promoting it. These motherfuckers do this shit. They'll prop up a nigga like Bruno Mars, motherfucker like Cardi B, or a motherfucker like this nigga 6ix9ine, and then they give them back to us. And then we'll sit here and be like, you know, like I said, I don't fuck with niggas who wear rainbows unless if the red is down, if the lower self is down, I rock with it. But if the lower self is up, just like the gay flag, if you look at the gay flag, the red is pointed up. It's not pointing down. So the red is the higher self and the purple is the lower self. They didn't switch the shit around. But for that little weirdo right there, bro, I mean, like I said, man, if he came to North with that shit, bro, these niggas, he's not coming to none of these real towns. Why haven't he came to North? Because these niggas will eat him. Them niggas, I remember when Fabulous came here, when Fabulous was wearing Crip colors and shit on the stage. Them niggas chased Fabulous off the stage, even with Paul Kane there. They chased Fabulous off the stage. Fabulous did not want to come back out. They didn't, man, listen, bro. In North, niggas, the Wu-Tang had a fight in the Zanzibar back in the day, man. And they was banging. The Wu was banging. But I seen LL get robbed and yo, niggas do not come through here with that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? That shit right there, these are towns that's protected. You're not coming to North with that because these real little bloods out here, they know that nigga fake. They know he's fake. They know that this shit is some PR stunt that's being pushed by one of these record companies. And how the fuck is this little nigga the king of New York? All them thorough niggas in New York. Niggas who
I was gonna say that though. So how y'all allowing that?
Other brother name that just what's the other blood brother who just got locked up? I cannot think of his name. Who? Say it again.
Bobby Smurda?
No, what the fuck is his name, man? He was big in Brooklyn. Yeah, he was a blood. He was big in Brooklyn. He just got like 120 years. He got 120 years. They said that he had a murder. I cannot think of his name. Yeah, but this nigga just got. He actually, you know who doing an interview with him? What's the Kimbala King? My man from that be on Black that used to be with the red pill and blue pill.
Kimbala. Yeah.
No, not Kimbala. The fuck is his name, man? I can't think of his name right now. Big nigga, man, used to always be talking about not Kimbada. It's gonna come to me. He's actually interviewing him.
Baba TV.
No, not Baba. I can't think of it. No, not Brother Rich. Hold up. I'm about to tell you him right now, man. What the fuck is my man name? I cannot think of his name for shit. It's gonna come to me in a minute. But they call him the like he be dealing with a lot of the Kimbala and all that type of shit. The fuck is his name? The big nigga with the bald head. He used to be doing elections back in the day, but he's interviewing him. And like I said, man, it's in New York, it goes down. Ain't no nigga like no 6ix9ine gonna be no king of nothing. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just, like I said, man, I've been in the streets. I know when I see a lot of these psych ops, you know what I'm saying? I have seen niggas who paid to become part of these gangs. But for the most part, they ain't letting no little sucker nigga become part of no gang. He can have all the money he want in the world. But when they start talking about, oh, he's the best and all this other shit, that's when the problems kick in. But
well, I mean, people, he's already done put it out there, and he's obviously done bumped heads with the wrong people, right? It's cracking. So it ain't too much more coming back from that at this point. So he gotta he letting his nuts hang. So he say, so we all been young before, and his team, his people that got his confidence up like that, they obviously know something we don't know, right? Y'all follow me? So they obviously know something we don't know. I remember. Now I'm not saying that, I'm not even trying to compare it to 50 Cent, right? But 50 Cent really moves around this country, around this planet, and make niggas move around. Y'all follow me? Like he's really a bully. He really a real nigga type shit. Y'all follow me? And then you give a real nigga some money to be able to put other real niggas in position. You see what I'm saying? So, I can see the difference, what I'm saying, between that or whatever. But, 50 Cent them, let him say, they think it's cute that he's calling himself the king of New York and certain things or whatever. And for me, what I'm saying, if I seen a young nigga coming up and ain't nobody else, checking him and whatever, I can't do nothing but take my hat off to that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm tripping off right now is this video he just put out today with him putting his face on the girl's body. I wasn't tripping on the hair because I don't care about the colors, right? But now the colors to me go along with the homosexual agenda that he could be pushing with the hair.
That's right,
now.
bro, that's right. Thank you.
So you guys got to be right about that. You definitely right about that, because even if you're not a part of that, if you using it as a gimmick, it's still fuckery. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's fuckery. Treyway, for you guys to do that. I'm talking to him. He's his OG. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't know. You know what I mean? And but for them, it might be business. Once again, you know what I'm saying? They cater into a homosexual audience and blah, 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 blah. A lot of people do that. So what are we saying now? I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not watching none of that. I seen too many weird niggas come out of New York right now. From polite to this shit. I don't know what to say. Y'all letting this shit go down in New York? What's going on? It's cracking. Shout out to Captain. I mean, I'm just saying now, y'all, I'm seeing real weird shit going on, not only out in New York, but across the country, man. And it's just up to real men to stand up. And I know, as a I wouldn't even deal with it. Y'all follow me? I wouldn't even be in a mix with none of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't care. Like, them nigga got to check in when you come to Vegas. You know what I mean? But if you do, I could turn you on to where some shit's at. You follow me? I'm going with this? I wouldn't advise to be moving around and you know what I'm saying? You could get robbed, all type of shit, right? You feel my point? And some cities even worse. So yeah, I think it's, just paying respect to the town that you're going to, man. I think it ain't checking in. Oh, I gotta pay you something. I'm coming to get a bag in your town. I gotta cut y'all a check. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't agree with that at all. I don't. I don't agree with that at all. But if they're stopping him from getting his money on his back ends and stuff like that or whatever, and bullying venues and stuff, it's not gonna be too long, and that your career could be over. 6ix9ine, ask Bone, their beef that they had with Twister for a long time. They couldn't even go into Chicago, was the second largest market in the world at the particular time. Probably still is. They couldn't even go in Chicago. They couldn't even go to certain places, venues, because they thought something was gonna happen. And we could talk about all the other beefs and all the other things, beefs between even group members and stuff like that or whatever, that fucked off their money. You know what I'm saying? And every other thing that they had coming, man. So I just think it's weird, even from the Public Enemy situation. How did they break up? Like, what do you mean? It wasn't even Public Enemy no more after Griff left. I can go on and on, man. First the Fat Boys break up. Now what? You know what I mean? What's going on, man? Why are we allowing this as men? Like, no, man, we don't rock with that. Nah, that's not cool. We're not putting a man's head on a woman's body. And he said 6ix9ine having our sisters twerking on him, but he hadn't heard about so Raven. Yeah. Orlando Brown that nigga's a fool, y'all. I didn't know he was a rapper. I just seen the video he did, right? And he was dancing and rapping with the AK or I look like an SK or something. But he had a gun, little semi-automatic rifle or whatever, right? And it was just a weird situation, man. And the things he was saying and stuff in the song. But it said Nikki said he spit fire. Nikki Candy said Orlando Brown spit fire. See what I'm saying? He got millions of views, so I don't know. Maybe he might do. So I don't know. Sheesh. Freeze, peace, brother. They just asked him, Ross. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, man. So well, oh shit. I was wondering, had you seen any of the videos that that those guys put out? Basically, like, have you seen any of those videos?
You know who I was talking about? Yeah, I got you. Hold up. You know who I was talking about? AA Rashid. And the nigga name is Rod Diggs. AA Rashid was interviewing the nigga Rod Diggs. The nigga Rod Diggs was a big blood in New York. He just got like I believe they gave that nigga like 200 years in the Fed or whatever. But AA Rashid got an interview with him or whatever. Them niggas, you think them niggas would be letting that little fucking rainbow bright nigga run around? Because the niggas in LA are already talking about him. So I mean, but what video you talking about though, Chief? Chief.
Say what now?
What video was you talking about?
Yeah. Which part? What we talking about? Orlando Brown.
Oh, you was talking about, yeah, I know Orlando Brown. That nigga's out there, man. He be talking some real stuff though sometimes, but he's out there. He's out there, man. They done fucked him up. You know, he was a product of Disney, man. And yeah, the young boy on drugs and shit, man. They fucked him up, man. You know what I'm saying? He was on That's So Ravens too, I believe, at one point in time.
Yeah,
they would definitely
watch that before, but yeah,
it would definitely make you live with a life that you need to be heavily medicated on drugs to be able to live. But yeah, I know the Joker, man, Orlando Brown. Yeah, he be bugging, man. He definitely be bugging.
Yeah. Shout out to Carimio too, man. Another great content provider, man. Shout out to that brother.
Brother always got some good.
Shout out to 432 Drop. Be dropping it. Shout out to that brother, man. Who else? Man, I don't want to let forget nobody, man, that's doing this, man. Shout out to Marvin Coleman.
Shout out to Phoenix.
Man, you know, like I said, man, this is very important. You never know who's gonna see that video. The vibrations going out, man, and so yeah, man. So I think it's definitely important, man, that everybody that does this work, that's doing it, man. So shout out to y'all, man. Salute. Yeah, that's I can't say no more about that, bro. But no, you know, we was talking about Rick Kittles earlier. And talking about the DNA and stuff like that, right? But him saying in the interview that he did with Raw Squad that we were being disrespectful because we were taking the culture of the Native Americans. You know, I just wanted you to get your opinion, get your response to that.
We ain't Native Americans. We are the Atancans Aborigines of North America. So he right. We ain't taking nothing of no Native American. And that coon ass nigga, man, he's probably Blackfoot or Seminole. And even on the interview when the lady asked him that it's only 0.1%, and she asked him like, how do you feel? You look at him, you can look at him and tell he got that greasy, I'm just doing my job look on his face, to where, you know, he know that they ain't exploring that much of their genealogy before it to pop up in all these different countries is what people should be aware of. Like, why is my DNA popping up in all these different African countries or whatever? Because if they tested your ass with everybody, you will have a genetic similarity to everybody on the fucking planet. That's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? But Rick Kittles, man, I mean, listen, I'm about to do a video on him, but a couple people did a video on him. But yeah, man, definitely, man. He like, you know, he definitely out there pushing pseudoism. And, you know, most of the jokers who rely on, like, they use a joker like Rick Kittles. Like, remember when Unc and them was interviewing him, like the type of questions and shit they was asking him or whatever, they didn't question nothing he was saying. And that's how, like I said, man, when you bring a lot of these people in, people be so mesmerized by the actual person that's in the body to where they don't even get out and ask the proper questions so we can get some good information out here. You understand what I'm saying? They're not putting the proper information out there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that, you know, I think that he may think that he's doing a good service, but at the same time to say, oh, we taking Native Americans when we got all this archaeology, all these pictures, all this proof. We already know they took our shit. So for him to even say that, we know better. So he's saying that the people who don't know better, the people who don't know better, they don't know that the Native Americans are not the real people. Half of the Native Americans are white. When it wasn't no, how can a white motherfucker be an Indian? Oh, they can be anything they want. Okay, I mean, half of the motherfuckers are white, then the other half are fucking, I don't know what the hell ethnicity. We say Mongoloids or whatever, but I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes looking at them, you know what I'm saying?
They just octoroons and and mulattoes, and some variations of mestizos, right? And when you say Mongoloids, that ties them to the Bering Strait crossing that never happened. There's no such thing as a Mongoloid 25,000 years ago to 15,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, because they didn't exist. So when people be saying that type of stuff, they're basing most of their arguments on theories or things that weren't even a theory. They were just conversations or guesses for political agendas. You know what I'm saying? Their whole arguments are based on flawed information, and they argue it to the death. You see how that work? Aren't y'all tired of getting beat? Like every time that y'all poke y'all head out, it's like whack-a-mole, y'all get whacked back down. Like, ain't y'all tired? I would not be wanting to lose all the time like this. Like every time y'all know y'all gonna come up against us, y'all gonna lose. Shout out to FRZ. Yeah, man, it was fun, man. It's always fun spazzing on them fools, man. You know what I mean? Because I just think it's ludicrous, it's treasonous, it's criminal. Y'all should be in jail for the shit y'all teach. Seriously. It's that damaging to our people's psyche. It's that damaging to everything that we're trying to do to gain power. You don't know anything about power, and you could tell by the videos y'all make, the shit y'all say. You know what I'm saying? The being so against the truth all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's treasonous. You need to be in jail.
You know something funny? Yeah. You know the brother Jabari, and none of them guys ever say, well, you know, I'm just giving you guys enough information so you guys can check the information out yourself. You notice they never do that. They always want to guide you through the information that they putting out there. And they never telling you, oh, well, you know, disclaimer, you got to do your own research and look some of this information up yourself. They never tell nobody that because they don't want nobody to do no research, and they're going to find out most of the people here was black. And when they start finding this shit out and they start finding these pictures, then they're going to feel like you motherfuckers directly deceived us. You directly deceived us because you mean tell me you have brothers coming out here telling you information. They was putting this stuff out there, and then see Sarnetta know. But who cares? He been knew. But honestly, who cares whether Sarnetta know or not? He could keep putting them videos so we can learn something, because that brother right there probably edified him. But Sarnetta been knew. He knows. He done been around more than enough people to where they done told him that we was already here. But it's big business in being an African. It's big business in being an African. It's big business. You know what I'm saying? They want you to be them, and then they come over here and be you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason, man. That's one of the reasons I really wanted to touch on reparations. I'll probably put up another video. Probably we could do probably a live stream sometime this week if I had the time, because I got a couple of things I got to do this week. But yeah, definitely I wanted to talk on reparations. But I got sidetracked because I had a lot of stuff going on today. But yeah, man, it's a lot of guys out there. They put this information out there, and they try to basically think that we ain't gonna pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I'm not into trying to make videos to expose people, but somebody need to do it. Some of you guys who making some of these Aboriginal videos, start exposing some of these people. I'm tired of exposing. I mean, I'm tired of pulling some of these jokers up all the time. I mean, maybe it doesn't mean nothing to you guys, but if you comment on it, expose them. Don't let them think that their information is solid to the point to where it can't be questioned. You know what I'm saying? And you got, you know, like Mr. Ramirez, he's telling bedtime stories, man. He making the Aborigine story sound like a bedtime story. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not into trying to debate or waste my time to make fucking videos to debate motherfuckers but no, I felt that was very disrespectful, man, for you to say your grandmother didn't know what she was talking about. The only reason why your grandmother told you that because the Indians had African slaves. The whole time he said the Indians had African slaves, but hold up, the Indians had Indian slaves too. Oh, but that doesn't matter, because if we tell you that the Indian slave, the person who we telling this to gonna start thinking and say, hold the fuck up now. Hold up. So you telling me now you had Indian and Africans? Hold up. What was the majority? Was it more African slaves or was it more Indian slaves? It was more African.
Wasn't no damn African slaves. How about that? Prove that. Prove it's African slaves, man. They're liars, man. There's no damn Africans into that.
We know that. There wasn't even no African.
1900s, 20th century. Them niggas is lying, man.
That's right.
And that's the problem there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people, like people say, oh yeah, the Moors in Spain. The Moors are in Spain. So they didn't have Moors in Germany, they didn't have Moors in France, they have Moors in whatever. Well, they were calling everybody Moors, and they used the same story to expel all the black people out of Europe. And it took them several times, the World War I, World War II. Displacement of the Aboriginal people of these places of Europe. So yeah, so y'all always talking the crazy stuff, man. If Cheddar Man and his people were there 10,000 years ago, right? We know that, and we know there was no other people here on the planet 10,000 years ago. Black people, brown people, all over the planet, right? So even if somebody crossed the Bering Strait, I don't know why they would do that when we could make boats and sail and do other things, right? It's no Bering Strait there, so that's you're guessing. You're guessing that, right? But they're even talking about there's no evidence of any bones or any skeletons or anybody or anything that came from Siberia that came here, right? They tell you that they were chasing game and all this other stuff, right? Or maybe chasing game. So here's the thing, right? They will say something and say, "Oh yeah, this may have happened," right? And by the time you hear it, it has happened. You see how they go? They'll tell the story. Yeah, man may have evolved out of Africa, may have, right? But by the time I'll tell it to you, they did. You know what I'm saying? They evolved out of Africa. You know what I mean? And that's the story that everybody's gonna stick to. It's the mitochondrial Eve. It's a whole. These guys say they don't believe in the Bible and all this other stuff, but they believe in the whole mitochondrial Eve and the whole 400-year slavery. The Exodus. See what I'm saying? They say they don't, but your whole belief system and doctrine is saying that you do. So even if it's Kemet, it's still that part of their doctrine. You see how that work? Shit. This is crazy to me, man.
I mean, Moors came to America, but they was calling them motherfuckers here Moors already.
Yeah, you breaking up. Yeah, Camo Songs also said, what's the NWO about? Explain, please. Oh, you talking about the New World Order, brother? Shit.
What did he say? Read that again.
He asked, "What's the NWO about? Explain, please."
The NWO, the New World Order.
I guess that's what he's talking about.
The New World Order is basically the Europeans taking over the world. That's what the New World Order is. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. Just like they took over here, they took over, they got their hands in. That's what the New World Order is. The New World Order next is the Middle East. They already got these other countries, and next is the Middle East. That's what the New World Order was. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was basically white supremacy domination over the world. That's what the New World Order is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you got to definitely, and then everything in between there. So from everything they did up to now, that is the making of the New World Order. You know what I'm saying? Again, they're going to chip your ass too. They're going to put chips in people's asses or whatever. Especially if you classified as black or as a motherfucking Negro or as an African American, you're property. As long as you property, you're always going to be, they always going to have jurisdiction over you as long as you're property. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to find your nationality, correct your status, in which people feel like they don't have to do that. That's not important. Well, I mean, you can tell people you're an Indian. You got the right to identify as that. But at some point in time, you're going to need some type of paper trail. I mean, whether or not.
So do you think? Do you think this is a part of the New World Order, us self-identifying and becoming Aborigines of this land and reaping the benefits of that, brother?
I mean, I don't believe it's part of the New World Order. It's just that divine energy that came back. You know what I'm saying? That basically touched a lot of people, man. And people started identifying with who they was. Because I know a lot of people 2 or 3 years ago, they didn't know they was Aborigines. You understand what I'm saying? And like, honestly, man, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once that energy came, you had so many brothers putting it out there to the point to where you had Waka Flocka, then you had Isaiah Thomas say that shit, which was some key shit. I definitely, Isaiah Thomas definitely moved up a couple of notches in my book on the strength that he did that. But yeah, and it's even more, man. Like I said, I be talking to brothers in the gym, and they don't even know. Half the people be like, yeah, my grandmother was Cherokee. I'm like, motherfucker, you're Cherokee. You don't even know.
Right. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, my mama was Cherokee.
But my DNA, but you know what he said? That's exactly what he said. He said, my grandmother was Cherokee, but my DNA said I came back from West Africa. And then you ask most of the people, like, what's the problem? They be looking stupid as hell, especially these fake ass educated black people, man. Because most of the educated black people, they want to do everything right. They want to do everything right. Just like one of the girls who was giving the presentation up there about the prison industrial complex. She didn't seem too concerned because her last name, she had one of them strong European last names or whatever. So that shit doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to all black. That's what I'm trying to say. All of us is not the same. We are divided by ideologies, religion, social class. Okay. Just like, you know, back in the day, you had a lot of these blacks who was living in the black community. And they would just come by and shit on the poor blacks until the poor blacks started robbing them. And then that's the reason why a lot of motherfuckers don't stay in the community no more. Because a lot of them niggas is sellouts. And that's the same thing. Anytime you gotta go move around motherfuckers, man. You gotta go move in a white neighborhood where motherfucker always in your business. White motherfuckers nosy as hell. They'll stop over your house in a heartbeat. But you know what I'm saying? And you will get as far as away from the niggas or from your brothers and sisters or whatever, just so you can move around people and feel accepted or whatever. And that's what I experienced in my time. Because even though now you got a lot of different businesses, but they don't oppress the businesses in the neighborhood like they oppress, like we was oppressing each other. And I'm not saying that's what we should do, because a lot of these businesses provide services, but you shouldn't be robbing your own fucking people. But guess what? When you're the only people here and there's no one else to do it to, who you want to take it from? Your own fucking people. And this is what, like I said, this is what we was doing, man. So, you know, even the educated, like you got these educated blacks who they stand on these degrees, man. They stand on these shits, man. They believe that's the end all be all to everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a lot as far as, you know, us as supposed to be Aborigines. And even when you find out you're Aborigine, we still got little different ideologies. Some people want to argue about the Moorish topic. Some people want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites or whatever. Like I said, I stand neutral with all that. And my opinion, I do not put my opinions out there for other people approval. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. I am not new to this. I did not just jump off the porch and decide to start making YouTube videos. So, you know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff that I talk about is checked out. That's why I put the information out there so you can check it out yourself. Because I can easily just summarize from some of these articles I'll be reading and just give you what I want to give y'all, as opposed to not putting the actual article up there. How many people do you know do research where they show you the shit? Or how many people do you know just talk from the hip and tell you stuff and they can summarize in their own words, and you'll never find the content. You'll never find the research that you're looking for. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to everybody, man, who do the research, who's dedicated to at least spending some time on themselves and trying to find out what their heritage is, as opposed to everybody else telling you where you from. Because you'll even get people who migrated here telling you that you from Africa, because this is what they've been programmed to believe. And like BCF like she was talking about in the 1800s when they had I believe it's the Anglo Society, the Anglo-Saxon Society. I believe that's one of the organizations in which, you know, this is when you start seeing, oh, black people is from Africa. Oh, white people is from Europe. Oh, Chinese people is from Asia. Prior to that, it wasn't none of that. They could not say, Europeans could not say that they was from Europe because they wasn't from Europe. They was a guest there like they're guests everywhere else on the planet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yeah, Chief. I mean, definitely, you know, shout out to anybody who do the research, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me see them in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, man. Peace to the family, man. Peace to
young Cherokee Prezi, Chad Murdoch. Let me see, Jaguar Omat, Shalar Wool, Kimson Joseph. Peace to the brothers. I know my brother Killer white supremacy and cool in here. Peace, Carl. Peace to my brother Carl. Peace,
Carl Victorian Estate.
Yes, sir.
What it do? And we got to do an interview with you, though, brother. You said that you work over at the United Nations in NYC. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope. I want to definitely chop it up with you about that. A few things, you know. We're gonna do a show on the on-drip. Shout out to BCFC on the on-drip and the A-drip, and just kind of break that down for the family. You know, maybe some things. You know, it's some new things out there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know. So I think most of our problems is the stuff that we don't know. You know what I mean? And a lot of this stuff is gonna be mute because once people start going back and changing their status and doing certain things, right? And they start showing other people how to do it, people will follow suit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but you know, a lot of people still don't believe it. They still talk, well, I did my DNA test. Yo, I be feeling so bad for my people when they tell me that, yo. I be looking at them like, yo, they got you, man. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry that they got you, man, that you had to send your DNA test. And did they even tell you that they sent blacks from the Americas to West Africa before you took your DNA test? Did you know that? Oh, nah, you didn't know that. Because if you trust the people who enslaved you. Yo, people is stupid as fuck, man. And they even more dumber in these universities, like I told you, man. You know what I'm saying? They more dumber in these universities, right? Like I know I keep on relating back to this presentation, though. But in the presentation also, right, this is the war on drugs and the prison industrial complex lecture. I mean presentation that one of my classmates did yesterday. Okay, so they basically states that the private prisons can fine the government if they do not keep the prisons 97% full. So what the fuck do that tell you right then and there? They shouldn't even put no information out like that. You understand? They shouldn't even put no information out like that, stating that. Because anybody with any fucking common sense will say, hold up, that's a conflict of interest. Because you telling me that how you gonna promise a private prison that you're gonna keep the fucking prison full? How? And then nobody else is figuring this shit out. No one else said, hold up. How you gonna keep these prisons full? How you gonna keep them full? Oh, because they already got a system set up to make sure that we fall in the trap of that. That's the reason why they so quick to say, oh, they want to get guns off the street. But they'll let rappers rap about shooting niggas, shooting their own brothers and shit on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Or rapping about taking drugs. Or you so concerned about stopping drugs, but you letting these niggas talk about this shit. And you ain't even got the sense to say, well, all right, well, do the radio version. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know this is how we supposed to be promoted. You know what I'm saying? All these other immigrants come here and they're able to come get good jobs. If you got a criminal record, you can't even get a job over motherfuckers over a person who just came here last month. And that is very sickening and fucking disheartening, because how the fuck the people who ancestors been here, who built this country, you done disenfranchised them. And then you bring other motherfuckers here, and then other people come here and say, well, oh, this is easy. This is why black people ain't got nothing. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And then, like I said, even when I asked the lady, I said, what ethnicity is the majority of people who incarcerated? And she was like, black. Now I said, that's something y'all should have put inside your lecture to let people know who that is, because now it's painting a different picture. But like I said, none of these other immigrants, they will turn a blind eye to you getting lynched, as long as they can come here and get a tablet and get a fucking job and get a brand new car, and then feel like they one of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that people gotta realize.
Shout out to Mr. Mosley.
Peace. Definitely, bro. Yeah, man. That's
I mean,
go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, this is crazy, man. Just from the standpoint, okay, if with all the evidence, with everything that's been put forward, right? And we all that's listening, that's in the chat room and stuff, you know, and you know, majority of the people know this already, right? We already know this stuff, right? But it's overwhelming evidence. It's not even close, y'all. That's the thing. Like, we're working on other stuff now. Like, we're not gonna argue with y'all over dumb stuff no more, because that just don't make sense. Like, we already know. So now I'm not gonna argue over words too that didn't exist during these time periods. So we can move past that. So when we start talking about paleo Americans and archaic humans that were here, what were they doing? They had to have been building pyramids and stuff, so they couldn't have been savages and hunter-gatherers. If we have evidence of agriculture, industrial agriculture, right, that fed millions of people, right? So I don't what they're saying, you know what I mean? And just common sense would tell you that the original people here were black and that they're lighting them up. Like, we're not going to argue that no more. And that they are people that are still on the islands, that are still in these certain places, have a deep caste system, so deep that they're literally bleaching their skin. Y'all follow me? Like, yo, it's that bad that they see the disparities and dark skin and light skin that their minds make them say, you know what, I'm cool. I want to just start bleaching my skin and look crazy. Now, this is an epidemic in the islands, but it's also an epidemic in some countries. And we got to say it's some countries in Africa, not all countries, some countries in Africa. And in part more like in some of the West Coast countries, you know, some of the ones that are more obviously think more like the people from the islands because they are the people from the islands. You know what I'm saying? So they have a more of a deeper rooted into the indoctrination of skin color and caste or some things of that nature, right? So, because you know other countries like Nigeria, for instance, dark skin is it's the opposite. It's more like a lighter skinned person is shunned in let's just say Nigeria. From what I've been told, now it's probably different in different parts of Nigeria, but what I've been told that you know darker people are more accepted in Nigeria, for instance. So you know obviously they have a different system in place mentally there, right? You know what I mean? So I think that's interesting. Shout out to all the Nigerians, man.
Don't forget my boy too, though. Don't forget the Nigerians bleach just as much as the Jamaicans do.
Well, yeah, well, but I'm saying, but you understand what I'm saying though, as far as this, what if we all had that mindset worldwide, that the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. What if we all had that same mindset? You know what I mean? Like, what if we had that mindset? And what if we changed the caste system in Jamaica and Haiti and Dominican Republic where people didn't bleach their skin because they was loving their copper tone? You know what I'm saying? So what do we have to do to change that? We have to change the music. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to keep this real. Michael Jackson was definitely a big influence on a lot of these people who are bleaching their skin because guess what? They seen a successful black man doing something amazing like we did when we was kids. Like, damn, look at this nigga dancing, got monkeys and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You're a kid, look at this man. Like, yo, he's like, this dude got all this amazing shit, right? He's rich. Follow me? So it's all psychological damage into our people. So I just think, you know, we're gonna have to reverse the psychological damage and love ourselves a little bit more. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Now, I wanted to touch on Michael Jackson. Me personally, I believe Michael Jackson died. I mean, or something happened after that Pepsi, the accident with Pepsi, and all the other Michael Jackson. I believe that they might have been just actors or you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro. I go on with this. I go on with the conspiracies, man. I go on deep with these shits, man. Because you know, after Michael Jackson got burnt, he got burnt pretty bad, yo. For that Pepsi shit, he got burnt pretty bad, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And for him to come out and you don't see no scars and now he's white, I believe that shit was done on purpose, man. Yeah, that's a whole nother story though. But yeah. But if anybody bleached themselves, it's over with. You shouldn't even be associated with that person no more. You know, it's no helping him. White supremacy got him. It's no helping him. It's no helping him. You better get away from that person fast as possible. Or you bleach your skin. Oh, nah, get the hell away from me. You understand? What would make you want to bleach your skin? You know what I'm saying? And coming from a brother who light skinned or whatever, like, I mean, I always wanted to be darker because my brother was always darker than me. And I used to always be mad shit, man, because he was a little darker than me. So when I see coon ass motherfuckers like that who would go through the process and bleach their skin, nigga, it's over with, nigga. You ain't accepted no more. You the worst coon that we know. Because even the other coons can come back and can be redeemed themselves. Once you bleach your skin, it's a wrap. You a self-hating Negro. And you should be ostracized and kicked out of the fucking village permanently or wherever you reside at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get them. Them niggas ain't getting no pass off of me though. But yeah, Michael Jackson, whether we believe if he was a clone or it was an impersonator or whatever, he was the first one to do the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, he hated it. So I mean, if, like I said, I got two stories. I got one story that he was burnt and he didn't finish. He wasn't the one. He was probably making the songs, but he wasn't the one up there acting and doing all that shit that these other weirdos was doing or whatever. But for the most part, once you clone, I mean, once you bleach yourself, man, you're not no longer black. What will make you hate yourself that much? What will make you hate yourself that much? Like who can put a battery in your back that bad and make you hate yourself that much to where you mutilate yourself? Like what can be the price? What is the ultimate price for you mutilating yourself, for you wanting to be that light? Well, what is the ultimate price for that? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, niggas who bleach their skin, or I mean, it goes further than that too, man. Because I'm starting to see a lot of these women with that compact, and they starting to put that lighter, that white compact shit on their face. And no disrespect to women if you do that, but come on, man, we gotta pull each other up, man. Because, like, I mean, it's like I don't know, man. And I got a couple of videos in which I did go after. I was talking about black women, and I got video talking about black men too. Don't forget, I didn't forget their sorry asses, the motherfucking black men. So don't think that, oh, I'm against black women or whatever. Nah, I'm not against black women. I'm just calling all the fuckery out, because no one is exempt. That's the problem. We want to sit here and say, well, oh, because a woman might have a weave. Don't say nothing. I came up when I came up in an era where you had songs with like weave in your head like a mop. So I remember all that shit. I remember when niggas was first hiking on women who was putting weaves in their head to now. Man, when I was coming up, women had jerry curls, bro.
Man, I love weaves, man.
Look, bro, I mean, each his own, bro. I mean, I'm not co-signing.
I love my extensions and clip-ons.
In the room,
that accentuates, it makes you guys feel more beautiful and lovely. I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. Like, listen, bro.
But you got at some point in time, bro. We gotta, cause understand this, bro. Why would you spend money for hair when you already got fucking hair? That is an oxymoron.
I mean, but think about it though, bro. Like one day the sister might want her dreads out, and you know, or her natural fro out or something. And another day she might want to put on something on straighter. I just think we just have to create.
Life ain't made for you to switch up like that. Life is not made for no person. That's not realistic. To see a woman with a short hairstyle and that's not. Listen, she only can get that off because we accept it. Because we accept
nah.
I'm listen.
Okay, like let me say my piece though. Let me say my piece. So y'all won't think I'm tripping. All right, so check it out. Right. So if would you guys still feel the same way if it was a black industry and black women or black men and women were producing the hair weaves and all the things that we used to produce? You know what I'm saying? Would you guys still have the same objection to women changing themselves up? Because this is an ancient thing long before white people were created. Women were dyeing their hair, were changing their hair, were doing all these different things. Shout out to my wife. She looked stuff up. And so, you know, that's where I'm at with it, y'all, you know, and as a man that likes, you know, variety, I think that's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? With, you know, when you can see different things and different colors and stuff like that. So,
you know what, Chief? You know what, though? A lot of us, I mean, probably like me and you, okay, let's keep it real. It's not the fact that we like it, it's the fact that we accept it, because out of 9 out of every 10 women got it. So we don't want to come off of trying to be controlling, because if you in this day and age with these women who got these good jobs, if you say something to them about changing themselves, oh, you trying to control me. Oh, you trying to control me. Like, yo, it's like you can't even give advice to a person that can save their life because they think you trying to control them. So even with the hairstyles, don't think that I'm sitting up here saying, well, I'm trying a woman, because most of the women who got natural hair, they fuck with these white men. You understand what I'm saying? They say they're self for the white man. The white man don't want no woman with no weave in her hair. He going to go to the woman with the fro. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this, and let me just clarify this, right? I don't have a problem with women if you feel as though, you know what I'm saying, you know, you put your extensions or whatever in. But if we have a conversation about it, and you ask, all right, let's say you ask your wife, like, yo, you think you could take that out? Let's see how your natural hair look for a minute or whatever. You know, some women is not ready to go natural like that. But I mean, it should be a gradual step to at least say, all right, well, boom. If you can't do that for your man, then you don't need to be with no man. If I can't sit there and tell my wife that she look pretty and you can take that shit out your head because I love you for who you are. And,
man, that ain't gonna work, bro. That
I know
you can't tell them
but it should. But because you know what? It should. Just imagine this. Just imagine this, right? One day I got a fucking bald head, the next day I got a flat top or whatever. Or one day you see my hair, you see my because you know what? Even up here, where I'm from in North, right? They used to do the blackouts. They used to do the blackouts and shit, right? When they used to dye niggas' head, niggas who used to have like bald spots. They used to put this black shit. That shit used to look stupid as hell. I used to be looking at niggas like, bro, you should have just shaved it off, kept your beard, and just kept it moving, bro. You understand what I'm saying, though? Well, just imagine. One day you see me come out with a bald head. The next day I got a fro. Or next day I got dread wigs. I got lock wigs on. A lock wig on or something like that. That's it. I mean, listen, you can do it, but I don't know, man. It's just a lot of stuff with that. I don't want to.
I say once again, we need to mind our business as men. You know what I'm saying? It's not our business, and if it is our business, we can create. No, for real shit. And we need to, provide an atmosphere in the industry for our sisters, or help them create this industry that they don't have to go give billions of dollars every year to these people. You know what I'm saying? And it's taking all the money out of the community. So yeah, like I said, you know, shout out to Mr. Mosley, but he just said that they found Indian burial grounds and stuff like that with weaves and picks and shit in it. Of course, I mean, we've been doing this, and not only, I mean, they had Afro wigs in Kemet, and I think that's interesting that they had to have Afro wigs. You know what I mean? But they wanted to be like somebody that they got Afro wigs in Kemet. You know what I mean? Shout out to Amara La Negra. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that they put those type of wigs on in Kemet. So who were they emulating? So we were so fly that was like the style all over the world that they wanted wigs. So yeah. So I think this is an ancient thing, brother. So yeah, we gotta give the sisters room on this.
Let me tell you something, though. But one thing, what is the staple of the Aborigine? Most people say their grandmother had long fucking hair. Their grandmother did not have no weave on. Their grandmother had long hair down their back. When I was coming up, even in the 90s, Mary J. Blige and them wasn't wearing weave. They was wearing their natural hair curled up. When I was coming up, look, the weave shit did not hit until Little Kim and them started really rocking that shit hard. They was the main ones pushing it, like around 96, 97. Listen, bro, when I came up, women had jerry curls, or they had a natural hairstyle, which their mother did, you know, with a perm or maybe a blowout, had it curled up and rolled. Women used to look good like that, bro. Come in school, see, you know what I'm saying? Even in high school, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a new era right now, but I'm not saying, like, I mean, you know, we're gonna agree to disagree on certain things, Chief. So I'm not trying to like invoke my will about the whole weave thing, but it's just that I'm like this, right? If you want,
it ain't nothing you can do anyway. Shit.
Right, the only thing I can do is get a sister without no weave in there. That's the only thing I can do. That's it. If I don't like it, that's the only thing I can do. But I'm gonna tell you like this though, bro. But at some point in time, I'm just saying, like, all right, boom, you wouldn't mind seeing your wife with, like, you know what I'm saying, with one braid or two braids in her hair or whatever. That should be looking good on women, man.
But they want to change up, and I don't mind that. This is just me though. It's just me.
Yeah, you know, but they got braids under that. They got braids under the weaves anyway. Like they got braids under the weaves anyway. Shit, like,
yeah, but that's my point though. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with variety. It's an ancient thing. Women were always making themselves up and changing their hairstyles and stuff.
I just
you know,
don't.
even if they their
Crazy.
natural hair, they were still changing their natural hair to from curly to straight, from straight to curly. So we've been doing this thing a long time, man.
Let me see who banging on me on the chat line. I know somebody got something to say.
Yeah, man. Most people is agreeing with you, man. But you know, yeah, you know, I'm sure the sisters agree with me, even if it's something that's natural.
Yo, bro,
he shouldn't feel like she shouldn't be able. She's not Black Power no more, or natural if she puts on a weave. You know what I mean? Or a wig.
It's not that. It's never that. It's never that. It's more of a. It's more of a. If you're a vegan, let's say if we go into the natural aspects of it, right? And even with dealing with the naturality of it, you know. So if you're a vegan and you're trying to be as natural as you can or whatever, what do they tell you about the hair? The hair is the extension of your nervous system. So if you, the reason why we have synchronicity, you know how you ever think of something and your wife think of the same thing, it's because she able to feel you off of her hair, off of the extensions of her nervous system, which is your hair. Your hair is what, you know what I'm saying? They tell you this. You're able to pick up frequencies off of other people with your hair frequencies. And this is facts. You know what I'm saying? But if your hair been under this fucking wig for 6 months, dirty as hell, and it's like, I mean, you're not taking care of your hair properly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let your hair breathe properly. You gotta take care. You should be taking care of your hair just like you taking care of this fucking hair that you got from this woman from India. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. If you're in a relationship and your spouse, if you're in a relationship with somebody who you happy with, and your spouse tell you, listen, I love you like the way you are. Can you just try that? I'm not trying to control you. Just asking. Maybe you know, see if you like it like that or whatever. I think you look like that. If you give them confidence or whatever, but you know, that's the whole thing. If you're with somebody and that's a request or whatever, just like, you know, certain things with your hairstyle. Like if your wife asks you, okay, I want to see how you look with a bald head. I want to see how you look with a fade or something. It's not wrong to. It's not. I don't think that's going too far outside the box.
I got you. Huh? I got you. So okay. So you come home one day and your wife got her hair done, or she got a wig on that's just banging and she looking good. You gonna say, no, baby, I'd rather, you know. No, man, just variety, bro.
But the whole thing is, we supposed to be the whole. Listen, bro. The whole thing is this, man. If it's a hurricane tomorrow, you can't. If we're in some type of catastrophic event or whatever, you ain't gonna be able to go get your no weave or nothing like that. So you're gonna have to go with your natural style or whatever. So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is this, man. Okay, all right, let's put it like this, right? Niggas got to go to the gym and work out. Women can go to DR and get injections in their ass, or we'll go get fake tits, and niggas accept it. Imagine you went home. Imagine you come home, you skinny as hell, and then you come back home, you got muscles and shit. You tell your girl, yeah, I just got injections in my arm and my chest. How you like it? Oh, they're gonna look at you. They're going to look at you like you're a fucking fool. But we accept it. You got silicone in your chest now? Okay. Oh, you got butt injection. Oh, your butt don't even fit your hips. Your butt should be on a woman who got much bigger hips. But we accept this shit. I don't accept that. I mean, the hair thing is one thing. Okay, all right. The hair thing, little makeup and stuff. You know, we ain't got too much choice to accept some of that. But the implants, when you not gonna get implants and gonna start putting plastic in your body, because that's what this shit is all about. This whole new.
That's a totally different conversation. The brother Camo Phones had asked about earlier about why they don't never talk about our suicide rate. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Camo, you know, really, bro, like it's all a part of the plan of eugenics. If they have a plan of eugenics, right, that's trying to exterminate the Aborigines of this land, right? We're not even talking about Tasmania, what they call in Tasmania, or or Australia or Europe. We're talking about where we at right now, where we're from, right? They literally have a plan in place to eradicate us. And anything that is against that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're not going to fund it. They're not going to be a part, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be part of it. And a lot of times that's what we're saying about the things that these guys teach is a part of the whole eugenics plan to eradicate us spiritually, intellectually, paper genocide, you know what I mean? So all these different things that they're using to do it, right? So a lot of times they put out certain numbers or say certain things like, they'll put out statistics. They're not even be right. You know what I'm saying? Or say certain things to put us in a psychological disadvantage. You know what I mean? And I know y'all think I'm crazy, but a lot of shit, I don't even care. It'd be like, man, you know what I'm saying? So-and-so got shot. Okay, what are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna cry about it? Y'all gonna march? You gonna keep doing the same things again? Black lives don't matter. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care, B. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get shot every day, B. And I'm just using that as an example, you know what I'm saying, of stuff that we got to get real about, things that we focus too much energy on, you know what I'm saying, that is not real. Like, there's the things that we need to be focused on, like building the economic infrastructure for our people. And we have the $1 billion industries that we control, or that we, now I ain't gonna say we control, we don't control them, but that we create, right? This the energy that builds it, right? That makes it go from NBA to hip hop, right? Just use hip hop as they say it's the second largest import of America or export of America. They said what they export Aboriginal American music to the world, and it is the second largest export of America. Right? So I'm saying, why aren't we taking advantage of that, of our own stuff, being able to distribute it to the world, not just to us here in America? Because if you're hiding in America, I'm sure you're going to be hiding the rest of the world. You know what I mean? So we have the internet, we have all these different things to do it. So I don't know why we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more and focus on our stuff. And even when we have multi-millionaires, they don't even want to invest in themselves or any other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we should be doing. We should be investing in each other, in ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we don't want to see y'all jumping up and down the court for David Stern them no more. It's just over, man. It's not even appealing. I'm not even interested in the playoffs. Like, y'all know what I'm saying? Like, just, I don't care who wins because we all lose. When they win, you know what I mean? It's just a loss. So yeah, man. So yeah, we got to figure it out, man. What we're gonna do, how we gonna move, because they're gonna figure out how to. They're moving 10 steps ahead, and we still, playing and focusing on words that don't even matter. Shit, comedic yoga that don't even matter. What the hell would you teach somebody about some comedic yoga? What? Why? What does it matter? What does it matter? Like, what does it matter? Like, really? Like, we just say, well, after all this stuff that we talk about, right? If you're not talking about nothing, just pseudo, it don't mean nothing. It don't matter. Like, it don't matter how many chakras you got. I don't care how many chakras I got. I don't care if they're red or green or purple. Who cares? How's that gonna stop somebody from busting your head or taking you off your land or providing an infrastructure or institution? Where is our NAACP at? And I'm just using that example. Where is our institutions at? Yo, I want to ask your opinion about something, right? So yeah, bro. So obviously, if I'm gonna ask you the question, but I got to get back to Camo real fast. So Camo. So obviously, if we're killing ourselves, right, at an alarming rate, right? That's per capita more than them, right? They're not gonna they're not gonna put that out there because they don't want people to do something about it. You know what I mean? That's part of the whole eugenics plan. So yeah, no, they're killing each other. Oh yeah, cool. Let's give them some more liquor. Let's give them some more destructive music. Let's give them some more, you know, hopelessness, right? Right? Let's start making some movies where we show the most beautiful black women that they look up to, that they admire, and then let's get them a white man to kiss all day on TV porn. Let's do more. Let's just do all these things to demoralize these men and these young people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all a part of the New World Order. All that's a part of it. That's all a part of it. So anything that you see that's a part of the destruction of our people, that's a part of it. The educational system is a part of it, and that's what they don't understand. So they've been taught in a destructive educational system. I call them Dr. Issa ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get it. I would be in his class. If I would imagine if I went to these guys' classes, you know what I'm saying, as a student coming up, undergrad or something like that, I'd have been arguing because I'm a free thinker. I've been a free thinker. I'm not gonna sit in class and listen to somebody talk dumb to me, talking dumbass, big ass words, and thinking that you using big ass words is gonna change anything. Mm-hmm. It's only confusing yourself. You're confusing the people with the lies that you're telling to the people. Period.
And they think that's good. See, they think that's good. Listen, it's good to be educated. It's good to have a sophisticated vocabulary if it really means that much to you. But like I tell most people, listen, I'm not trying to be more colonized than the next person. It really doesn't give. I really don't give two fucks about speaking in proper English. I really don't. I speak broken English. I speak Algonquin. I speak that Indian talk. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we said. That's why I say, no, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? 100. We talk like that because that's who we are. But that's why if you say that, they be like, well, 100. Like in school. I was in school the other day, and when one of the girls sitting next to me, she corrected this other guy, and I'm just looking at her. I said, yo, I wish you would have said that shit to me. I'd have showed you. I was like, bitch, I'm not colonized. So they can take this English language back. Okay. I'm not here. I'm not in acceptance of I'm not in acceptance of this shit. You in acceptance of it because you signed paperwork to come here. So you're going to come here and be the fakest American you can be. You're gonna come here and be the fakest Armorul Khan or American or American that you can be. Okay, so that's the thing, and this is what we do. Oh, the word is this. Shut the fuck up, man. I'm not trying. That's the problem with us now. We keep on trying to. This is not mine. I'm forced to speak this language, and you forcing even me. You making me feel bad because I can't speak the language that we've been forced to speak good. How about that? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about that. Another thing is for these motherfuckers who be having these interracial relationships. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100. When I had dated a girl outside my race before, you know what I'm saying? When I was out there, hustling or whatever, I dated a girl outside my race before, but that was before I even looked at shit from the way we look at it now. So you think a nigga now with some type of consciousness gonna go find him some white Becky or whatever? Even if you read the books about the harems, how the Moors was treating these women in the harems, and you had even the nigga Suleiman. The nigga Suleiman he simped for one of these white boys. He had 5 children by her. You understand what I'm saying? The nigga Suleiman, who was I think he was a Phoenician, or he was in that area of Phoenician. And what happened was they wasn't supposed to marry them. They were supposed to only have concubines with these European slaves. Because understand this, right? Shout out to the brother Blackbeard. I think it's Blackbeard Mirage. Shout out to him. He had a good video. He has a good video on one of the harems or whatever, and he talking about how the lady. He's saying, now think of it like this, right? He said that one of the ladies used sex magic on a nigga Suleiman because he said at first, what she did was when they was bringing more women, because I guess back in them days they used to bring women to him, which he could pick. he said that one of the ladies that the nigga Suleiman was messing with, she scratched the lady face up and ripped her hair out, so the nigga Suleiman wouldn't even want her. But he ended up dissing the woman that did all that. But what he was saying is this, right? He was saying how white women will sit there and they will go with the plan no matter what the plan is. You know what I'm saying? The plan is to be with a black man, to get a black man money or whatever, and take over the inheritance so you could take over the money or whatever. They on code. They on code with that. And like he said, they use sex magic. They would do things that the average woman would not do because they was fucking animals and they came out these kids. And that's the sad part, that people don't even know that the real white supremacy started with the women, because they was killing most of the motherfucking men that was coming out the cave and keeping the women. But the women, you will impregnate the women, and then you'll have a baby by the woman, and then they will teach their son to practice white supremacy. So when you start seeing the Daughters of Revolutionary, and you start seeing all these the Tea Party, you know, they got all these little subgroups or whatever. Just remember that. Just remember that. These Europeans treat you like a fucking pet. They treat you like a pet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Michael. And you know what I'm saying? Playing little jokes and shit on you and shit. You never feel like a real man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's a whole nother story though. But yeah, check out that video, man, about the harems. You'll at least get an idea of how they had these women in these harems. And what he was saying was this too, right? He made a good point. He made a good point, right? Because he said that the Moors was treating the white women good, because they let the white women, the white women would live in the best places and eat the best food or whatever, and the white men will treat the black women like shit, because the black women would still they would still be living in the barn, they would still be living in the worst condition or whatever, because he said that white men don't know how to treat motherfucking women, period.
Yo, do you believe that?
Huh?
Do you believe that?
Believe what?
That story.
About what? What you mean?
Right. Okay. A perfect example, right? First and foremost, when they were enslaving people, right? So abuses happened in slavery, stuff like that or whatever, right? They always make it seem like that white people were put into this delicate slavery box, that they were treated differently, and you know what I mean, and certain things or whatever. And I just think all that stuff is just all created and made up. You know, oh no, they were good slaves. They were good to their white slaves, but they beat their black slaves. You know what I mean? That's crazy talk. You know what I mean? Just crazy talk to me. And that further paints a narrative for us to hate a Moor. You know what I mean? Anything Moor. Say, look at the Moors. They love white women, and they created this mixed race people who traded on our people, right? Bullshit, man. Bullshit. These people are lying. It's all created stories to put us in that mind frame today. You know what I'm saying? About something that didn't happen.
Steve, hold on. What are you talking? Are you talking about the harem talk, or how they pulled these women out the caves and they civilized them and they took them and had the women?
White women been in harems for thousands of years. They still in them right now. What are we talking about? That's the old profession. Asian women, white women, African women, Argentinian women, Brazilian women. Man, come on, man. That's not nothing new. That's one of the oldest things that's been going on forever. That's probably one of the first things that they were trading. You know what I mean? On the stock market, like, yo, pussy, stock market. You know what I'm saying? Corn, pussy. You know what I'm saying? Maize, pussy.
Yeah, that's how you think people, how you think they surviving in Europe? How you think they were surviving in Europe? They were surviving in Europe by selling their daughters and selling their kids for food.
Of course. They didn't honor no little girls. They didn't have no even for their queens, obviously. And this is what we're saying, that, you know, the queen is just one of the king's whores, prostitutes, right? So we have to stop calling our sisters queens. Shout out to all the goddesses. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to nigga justice. I just, man, you know, listen, we got to do better, brothers. It's up to us, man. I don't care what, don't listen to all this. And shout out to all the sisters, man, but we need to stand up. We need to step up our shit up, because no matter what we say, yo, this is a we came from a matriarchal society. I believe it was a balanced society. We believed in balance. You know, I don't think no man, you know, or you know, I think people, you know, that we honored our elders. So if our elder was a man or a woman, we were honoring them and we were listening to them and their wisdom. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that kind of system worked like that. I don't think we had a you know, like I said, chiefs are servants to their people, not their people are there to serve them and to wipe their feet and to suck water off their damn feet, you damn fools. What the hell y'all talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy to me, man. So yeah, we got to stop all this madness, man. It's men worshiping. You know what I mean? If we do honor and put our sisters and our mothers and our wives on a deity pedestal, you know what I'm saying? You follow me? It would create balance. You know what I mean? And look look for them for their counsel. You know what I'm saying? So as opposed to whatever. Now sisters, now don't look for simps. Don't think we're gonna listen to everything y'all say, because we still gotta be men and we still gotta forge our way. You know what I mean? I think y'all should respect that. But we're gonna do men shit. You know what I mean? And we gotta do men shit to get us out of this condition. And we're gonna have to fight monsters. So support us when we trying to be monsters. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing, man. So we over fighting for, man. We're fighting for our sons and daughters in the future, the ones that we never gonna see. You know what I'm saying? What about them? What are we gonna say? Oh, remember what Martin Luther King said? He said that the black man was held captive in his own land. You see what he said? You think our great grandkids gonna still be saying that dumb shit? Hell no, man. We not gonna be listening to that, and we gotta be the ones to change it. So yeah, man. So I know some of y'all still on the fence. But here's the thing, right? What over there is gonna gain you power? What have you got over there that was gaining you power? And shout out to Nikki Justice, right? She's a freedom fighter, right? You know what I'm saying? And Nikki, just look back at a lot of things, you know, because I've been where you've been at, right? Fighting these people, right? But if we could have fought them from a different perspective and went into court from a different perspective and saying things differently to that judge, right? You know what I mean? And having a little bit more knowledge of self. That's true knowledge of self, not chasing Mecca. That's not motherfucking knowledge of self. I don't care what none of y'all say. And I was a rug kneeling down motherfucker, so don't tell me about nothing about no goddamn dogma. Don't do that, because I know about that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know about truth too. And the truth is that we were taught against our ancestry here. We were taught against our power here, and that's why we're not winning. So they take our power, they take our bones. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, we was talking about skull and bones earlier, right? I don't know if you were listening in, but the skull and bones at Yale or whatever, right? Is that Geronimo skull that they got?
That's what they say. It's supposed to be Geronimo skull. There's actually a picture of the North American Indian chief, and it shows you the skulls and bones behind them. You know, it's a picture of the brother. It's like, you know, it's a drawing, and he got the Indian stuff on it. If you look behind him, you'll see the cross and the bones and everything. I've heard it was Geronimo. Knowing them, yeah, I believe it. I believe him, because if they was cutting niggas nuts off and cutting people dead testicles for hundreds of years or whatever, that's how they was finding out that they was giving feeding children to crocodiles, because these devils was fucking keeping the souvenirs. That's what souvenirs was first. Souvenirs was body parts, man. You know what I'm saying? Was body parts. So yeah, I believe that these motherfuckers would do that. They keep trophies, man. And that's the sad part. But like my man, he was saying though, a lot of these men started seeing that how these niggas was these Moors, or not the Moors, or these black, or these brothers, or Aborigines, or whatever, the original Europeans or original people from certain areas, how they was treating these white women, and they seen that it wasn't no like that shit wasn't natural. So they started basically, through the amalgamation period, started crossing each other. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, man. It's a lot with that though. But yeah, I believe that that is Geronimo skull because I know how these niggas get down. These people get down.
So,
go ahead.
So listen though. So that's them once again tapping into not only our energy, but them hiding our secrets and stuff, right? So, and when you look at who runs every institution in this country is basically answering to those guys, you know what I'm saying? And people like them and the whole cabal, you know what I'm saying? That what they're doing, right? So, and you can see it goes all the way down to sports, right? That they use our energy, our talents to be able to run up and down a football field, right? And they got all these people in this arena, and you're getting all this energy, you know what I'm saying, from these people, right? But all this currency, literally currency, energy, currency, right? Shout out to Jazz again, right? But we talk about real money, the money that they get from that helps them become big ass tycoons and billionaires that they can say and do anything they want to do. You see where I'm going with this? And they're getting all of this off of our sciences and our energy and our talents. And this is what we got to fight, y'all. And I feel like, you know, the Dez Bryants, right? They just shot the Dez Bryant, and they just released him, the Dallas Cowboys. Dez, that is the best thing that they ever could do for you, brother. Don't worry about winning. Worry about getting a check, brother, and worry about, you know, leaving the game healthy, brother. You've done everything that you can do for these people, brother. They're brainwashing you since you've been a kid to win and to run and jump and to do the best you can do for them. You see what I'm saying? So don't listen to that bullshit. So this is why we need a conscious or Aboriginal sports show, right? So we can talk about sports and give a instead of listening to Stephen A. Smith coon sorry, Stephen. Stephen A. Smith, you know, in his perspective, and sometimes he be on point sometimes. I gotta say that. You know what I mean? And I think shout out to Willie D for checking him and calling him a coon helped to put him to ground him a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he'll talk shit to everybody else. You notice he never talked shit to Willie D. Y'all just keep that in the back of your mind. So nobody came out and said nothing to Willie D for Coon 1 or Coon 2. So I think criticism is a good thing sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And especially if it's coming from a good place. And I think that's what Willie D's came from. Came from a good place. Even though he went hard, you know what I'm saying? It still came from a good place. You know what I mean? So that Stacey Dash part was crazy though. You know. Yeah. But anyway,
it's getting kind of late, man.
I mean, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy that we're living in this twilight zone right now, right? You know what I mean? It's just like, imagine if we could create a movie or a world, right, to where we flipped it in a you know, and they kind of did it with that movie White Man's Burden, right? And I think I want to go back and watch that movie just to kind of see a different perspective because I have a different mindset now, right? But imagine if the country would have stayed copper, right? And the power structure would have still been copper, and all the industries and everything, instead of being Jewish or Zionist, right? Just keeping it real, y'all. It's Zionist. Instead of being Zionists, Prescott Bush and them was Zionists. They're Jews. Okay? So they started all that. So that's what they're Zionists. They took everything over. But anyway, that's a long story. The Queen of England, they're all German Jews. Okay? Okay? Shout out to real people. But anyway, yeah, man. So y'all got to get that through y'all head, man. This shit is deep, man, but it all links back to everything. And it was like a lot of brothers that started the black Skull and Bones, basically the Boule. They couldn't get into the white one, so they had to form a little brother organization to them. But they still to them, right? So the Boule works for them, and every other organization that's black comes up under them and answers to them. So we understand that. So when people be mad at Killer or White Degeneracy and Coons, you shouldn't be mad at him or BCFC because they're stating the obvious. All you large ass, oath-taking ass niggas report to them. And if you're a small level, like little 3 degrees or whatever, you just don't know that yet. That's all. The hell y'all talk about, man? And they usually use y'all up till y'all get to the knowledge and you see what it is and you drop out or whatever. But that's just what it is, man. So stop playing with us, man. and just be honest about stuff, man. Let's keep it real. And let's leave that at the door because we know what that is. And I'm just saying, if you're not willing to come in and tell us about what color the goat was that you rode to join the organization, I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? For real. So I know about the goats, man. I know about all that stuff, man. So y'all need to stop, man. Go on with y'all hand stuff, man. We need real stuff over here, man. And it's just ironic to me, the people that are against this, man, how stupid y'all are. It really is, man. It's just y'all supposed to be the smart guys, but the smartest guys are acting like they're the dumb guys. Well, how many books have you read? Are you serious? Are you really talking about a book right now? Well, if that's the case, then the greatest person on the planet will be polite with his 100 books, right? This nigga wrote 100 books in 3 years. Man, shit.
Copy and paste them books, man. Shit. It's getting
that
late.
Nigga, York reincarnated. Hey, Sinetta, he ain't Little York. He's York.
Chief.
Yeah.
Getting late, man. I gotta wind this thing down. I gotta get up in the morning and do some things, man.
Copper color dragon. Peace. What it do? Yeah, man. These feet rubbing ass niggas, man. Y'all better sit down somewhere, man.
No doubt, man. Shout out to all the Aborigines, man. We about to end this one. I'm gonna try to get something else out there this week. I got a lot of stuff to do, but like once this semester over with, I'll be good. So I'll be able to do a little bit more research or whatever. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Chief Holiday for coming through. Shout out to everybody in the chat for coming through. Definitely appreciate you guys. Yeah, definitely, man. That's pretty much it, man. Shout out to all the Aborigines. Shout out to everybody who's trying to find out who they are or trying to link their heritage or stay away from them DNA tests. Do not get them motherfuckers your DNA and let them put you somewhere else. Like, where's Waldo? You know what I'm saying? Like my man say, Rashida thought she was from Nigeria, but Rashida was really from South Carolina. Rashida took the 23andMe DNA test. And they told Rashida where she was from. But Rashida's grandmother told Rashida that she was a Cherokee. Who you gonna believe? Who you gonna believe? You're gonna believe the people who got so much to benefit from you not being this? They want you to be an immigrant like the rest of the people. Because the immigrants they don't come here to get involved in they don't care about black kids getting shot. They don't care about none of that. They only speak about black people when it's convenient for them. That's how you know. All of these groups that's out here, they don't speak about none of us. You don't never see none of them groups individually without any black president coming out stating about the stuff that's happening unjust to us. You don't see none of them. And then you see your own people coming out speaking against this stuff. So, like I said, they definitely you got an uphill battle. Because you got to deal with people who come in here to conform into the society, and plus you got to deal with your own people who don't want to give up shit. I mean, I'm not saying give up stuff, but like I told you, that whole thing of who got the most, or I got more money than that nigga, or so I'm better than him, or whatever. And that's the thing that's been passed on. You know, you got certain families where education was popular in their family to where they was able to be educated. They sit on jokers when they go through the hood. So every black person in America is not the same. Every black person in America is not the same. We are separated by ideologies. We are separated by religion. We are separated by a number of things. So, definitely, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Chief, you want to say something before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Peace to Latoya Lovelocks. Peace to the other sister. I want to catch everybody and make sure we get everybody in the chat room. There she go. Okay, we got Chicago's finest, Dark One. Peace, brother. Darlene. Darlene Jefferson Hinton, peace, Empress. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Thank you for having me out tonight. Peace and paradise to all the family. Hey, Tanika, peace, Empress. Peace and paradise to all the family, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man. We really appreciate it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the build tonight, the Sunday build. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night, Vortex Media 2. Tomorrow night, I think it's 9 Eastern Standard Time. It's the American Aborigine History Show, hosted by me. So yeah, come check that out tomorrow, man. Hopefully we're gonna have somebody over we're gonna have some fun tomorrow, man, with these guys. I think we're gonna have some fun with them. So got some surprises for them, man. So let's have some fun tomorrow with that one. So be sure y'all tune in tomorrow for that. And like I said, man, be on the lookout for this the Great American Powwow, man, in October. So all that information, all that stuff will be out real soon. So be on the lookout. And peace and love to the family, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Ooga ooga.
Yeah, man. Peace to everybody. Definitely. If anybody want to check that song, I'll put the link in the description. But the brother Ab original, he got that on his channel. Shout out to him for putting that song up, for putting up some good information, as well as all the other people, Carimio, all the brothers who put out that good information, man. That we stay building off and we stay having things to talk about in this community. So with that being said, man, love and light to the Aborigines. Thank the brother Chief Holiday for always coming through, giving us some good builds and everything, man. And shout out to you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I gotta do in the morning time, man. So I gotta get up kind of early, so gotta end this one a little early though. But shout out to everybody, love and light. And once again, we'll be back next Sunday. If I can do something early in the week, we'll touch back on the reparation thing. But yeah, man, we out. Peace.